you're trying that shit on me. 'Cause I still can't sleep without medication, and I let my thoughts run wild while I still think I got one, and I care too much about my reputation, and I'm tired of sleeping on this floor.
Here we are. Little Condition Oakland in the house. Before we get started, I want to let you guys know, hit that like, subscribe button, help us out. Whether you're listening on the video, if you're watching on YouTube, or you're listening on your favorite music or podcast platform, you can hit that follow. Tell your friends about us. Let them know. All the links will be below for everything we talk about tonight. If you want to follow the band, go check out their stuff and follow them and find out where they're playing next. Also, we have a merch page if you want to support us and grab some T-shirts and help us get better equipment. Well, that's always cool. So you can check that link out as well. Two of the people on the show have already their second-time guests. So and then the rest of you are podcast virgins. We're gonna break those cherries. Got weird, right? All right.
Like Rocky Horror, where we have to do something weird.
Yeah. Everyone's going to strip in their underwear. We're going to dance.
Oh, you guys wore underwear? Shit.
No, I actually didn't. I'm not going to lie.
Come on.
All right. I'll start with this gentleman here. You can introduce yourself.
Hi. My name is Keith Leslie Hopkins Haynes. I like long walks on the beach, and I am a Sagittarius. Why am I looking at you?
I don't know. You're looking deep into his dreamy eyes. What's your real name?
I told you. My name's...
Yeah,
I'm the business fairy.
Business fairy. Do you remember the name you just gave?
But sometimes I go by the name Ted Hazard.
I gave a fake name the other night and then forgot it 3 seconds after I said it. Like, what did you say? I was like, I don't remember.
That's a real name, though. That's a real guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, where does it come from?
The business fairy.
Is he a really...
He's our friend.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like a real
He's
person.
a musician. Yeah.
I never knew about the business fairy.
He's a band.
He's like every ska band ever if they stopped giving a shit.
All right, next one up.
I am Danny Diel's Lettuce. I've been playing music since I was 15 years old, and it's the truth. And
so 3 years?
Bullshit. What's your real name?
Daniel Allen Lennis, from Ashland. And I knew Tyler since high school. I'm not going to lie, and it's the truth. And I was working with him since 2007.
Well,
now I'm 30 years old. Oh, ain't I happy? And Mandy, I went to high school. Mandy and all.
We didn't get to Mandy yet. We have to go around. We have to keep going around and do the intros.
I know.
You're holding up together in the play.
That's it. Now Tyler's turn.
You're running up the clock. We're getting charged for this.
How was it?
Who are you?
Tyler. That's it. That's all I got.
Wow, what a guy. We really are like if Pete Wentz and Laura Jane Grace were in the same band.
Okay, Zach, it's your turn.
I'm Zach Hauser. I like long walks on the beach also, and I like going out to eat, and I like big cocks.
Do you have...
Oh, my God.
On your little stock
about me.
noise things, do you have a boo thing? So every time Zach says something dumb, do you get hit that?
I only have the wah-wah.
There you go.
Yeah, I have the...
Are you saying
that's
boo
perfect.
or boo earns?
That's perfect. Surprised I didn't get a boo.
Yeah, well, you're you. You're the best.
I don't know what this
Oh,
one...
well, thank you. You were too.
I don't know what this one is. Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, cue that one up every time I say anything.
Zach, say something.
This has turned into a 90s
You're hot.
Howard Stern show.
It really is.
Yeah!
And the solo. Ladies on the table.
Hello. I'm Mandy Vivacqua. Me and Danny danced in the high school play together.
That's what I meant. And like,
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, we really did.
Did you get a boner?
Oh, Miss. Did you ever hear Mr.
Mandy, did you get a boner?
You have like what are those
That's what I
like
meant, man.
those like cat call whistles on there?
Do you remember, Maddie? Do you remember Mr. Lucas?
Of course.
Oh, he was
I can't
so
whistle. Can you whistle?
Nope.
controlling. It's the truth. And I was like, Jerry. Oh my God.
Jerry.
Anyway.
Jerry.
Remember Jerry Springer? That's all.
Yeah.
I got no bit.
Can we talk about that?
So you guys are the band Condition Oakland.
Yeah, allegedly.
Apparently.
How long have you guys been a team, we'll say.
10 years.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the band's been around for 10 years. You two are founding members, but you left for a while.
Man's a founding
and Eddie,
member.
you three are founding members.
Yeah, like-
I was in the band for like half of it. I was doing the math, like at least 5 years between the two stints.
Yeah.
When I played keyboard and now when I play bass. And Ted's always been our friend.
Yeah.
I've been in this
He's
band longer than anybody.
Mathematically,
Even Tyler.
Ted's probably, realistically, Ted has known us, though, like the whole band. Like, we've been friends with Ted during the whole band. So,
Yeah.
Ted and I think the first time we, like, officially met, we were going to play two of our old bands. And Danny and I were in a pop-punk band. And Ted was were you in Pope Fiction then?
Yeah.
And we were supposed to play up in Kingston at the backstage, and the show got canceled. So we ended up playing this house show was it Jim Thorpe?
Yeah, it was
Nowhere
Razdy
near
from
Kingston.
Amarev 2's basement.
Yeah. And we played.
And it smelled like weed.
Yeah, it super smelled like weed. I think that was the first house show I ever played, honestly. And then Ted and I were talking outside, and I asked him to play the Locust Ale Fire Company a couple weeks later, probably, and he wore a Venom shirt, and we've been friends ever since.
There's a video of that on the internet. I played the bass, and at the end of the set, I put it down, and I walked out the back door.
nice.
I never
I
knew
thought
that.
I was being edgy because I was wearing a Venom shirt. I told everybody I was emo Peter Parker that day.
I get it. Now tell everybody how we met, Tyler.
Just at shows, right?
I mean, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. It's not a fun story. I was just putting you on the spot because I thought that would be funny.
Oh, no. Sorry, I didn't know if you wanted that story or not. But I got it.
You're saying like, oh, sorry, I didn't know if we were being interviewed. I'm sorry. You're the interviewer. You lead the conversation. Tyler's the most polite person ever. You should have been Canadian.
Oh, my
God
gosh. Oh, my gosh.
So I seen the band, the full band, for the first time at Strikers after I seen you do an acoustic show at Prest. It was a fun night. You had a tough night. Your drums slid all over the place.
I really did, but it was just so, like, I don't know. It was just like blah.
I remember Bane, and then I think they took turns, the guys from Apollo 8, holding your drum set still so you can keep drumming on it.
It was like, here's what it was. It was like really hot. And I got so sweaty, and then like I knew it was going to happen. You know what I mean? It's like
Those
oh
rugs
my
got
gosh.
left there that we
And-
tried
and
to
yeah.
save the drum set with.
Yeah.
They didn't work.
And does it happen to other drummers? Yeah, but
All the time, yeah.
It's just like it sucks. You know.
By the end of the set, you were almost at the bar.
I was. I was.
I was trying to get an adult slushie in the middle of our set.
Where is the bar? Where's the bar, Danny?
I don't understand the question.
Yeah. You
We don't just set the
have to
bar, we
all
are the
figure that
bar?
out why we say that from this day.
You weren't there.
Where's the bar? Where's
This
the
really
bar?
does taste
You
like a
were in the
chocolate
same
bonbon.
building when me and Teddy started that. Where's the bar at?
It's original. Nobody ever thought of it before.
You'll also figure out one
Wow.
day. But yeah, I was.
You're a little older.
I was like, there was a bit of a struggle, and I don't know. It just happens. It really does, and it could happen. Like I remember the one time Tyler over here, he broke a string. He broke
One
a string.
time. One time this
One
week.
time he broke a string, and you
That's
just
great odds.
basically
Never tell me the
In
odds.
10 years.
basically.
One time, I jumped into Danny's drum set like
Yeah.
Nirvana style after a set.
He really did.
There's a big chunk out of the back of my guitar from it.
Really? You
one
like
time-
you did Superhuman before he was a thing?
It's true. You know,
I don't know what superhuman is.
Superhuman's a kid on the internet who's like a juggalo ICP guy, and
Nice.
he'll set stuff up and just be like, and he'll just jump onto it.
Oh, you mean the kid who does like the somersault?
Yeah,
Oh, I love
Is
that
he on
kid.
YouTube? Because it sounds dope as hell.
yeah. He's. I think he may have some mental issues, but
Who doesn't?
it's great.
Right?
He gets up and he wears his juggalo shirt and he says, "This is Superhuman, and don't try this at home." And he takes off his shirt and says, "Fuck this shit," and then jumps on something.
Yes.
Like an industrial sized microwave. He does an elbow drop on it,
and then he goes, ow.
and it does like he hit the microwave and it didn't even budge. I think he broke 2 ribs when he did it because it just.
There's a video on YouTube where these like Canadian dudes drill into a microwave and then they put a microwave in a microwave and they turn on the first microwave, then they microwave the microwave.
Yo,
That's
Dog,
rad.
I heard you like microwaves.
So I like-
That's why microwave to microwave.
I would
I
watch.
watched that with him.
I would watch that. Do you ever see when people take like dryers and they throw like bricks in them?
No.
And just watch the dryer just eat shit with a brick in it.
Eat shit with
Like it just goes crazy. It's the scariest video of all
That
time.
sounds super
That-
awesome. Let's
What
go
time-
do
That
that.
is-
Right?
crazy. That's too much.
At the end of one of our
what she
sets,
said.
That's rad.
when we played with River City Rebels over the summer, I kept punching my bass, and my hand was
kept
bleeding
punching my
completely
bass.
afterwards. It was like we played. It was like a weekender, and then like at the end of the set, we just went nuts, and I'm just like ah! And then my hand was all bloody.
Whatever makes you happy.
Ted just made a jerking off motion for everyone
No,
at
I
home.
went like
No, there's
jerks
video.
off like this.
No.
Jerks off like
He made a
this.
jerking off. Yeah, how do you jerk off? That's
Not
not
like that.
No,
I don't
really?
know how you-
Am I doing it wrong?
Whatever
shit.
works for you, I feel like.
Yeah, if
Whatever
it,
makes you happy, Zach.
if it gets the job done, I don't think it matters.
Fair.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of roads out there.
There is. Yeah.
Depends on which one you want to drive, right?
That's fair.
I can't.
You could. You totally could.
Anyway, did I tell you guys about the new APR financing on the new 2020 Ford?
No.
Anyways,
Anyways,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
did you guys know that Ted Hazard is a cartoonist?
Yeah.
anyways.
Animation.
Worst segue
Oh,
ever.
what about Krusty Tunes?
So we did a record.
So if you want, we
did a record.
I'll save you on this one. So if you want to hear about all the Ted stuff, he actually has a previous episode that you can check out where we talk about his awesome cartoons and stuff. So
Yeah.
And if you listen to those cartoons, you can hear my sweet, sweet voice.
you actually did a really cool plug on one of your cartoons for Tornado Tag Podcast.
Yeah, Zach's on there.
Yeah.
Did you know Zach's on
No.
Tunes?
Yeah, I play like
And
all of the
Tyler,
not
too.
main character. I play like 8 characters or something.
He picks up
on that
the
show.
slack.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah. You ran out of voices, and you're like, "Call Zach Hauser." Getting real.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't Adam Kramer on that too?
Yeah, and Tyler was too.
And Tyler. Okay, yeah, it was
Tyler
Tyler
plays
and
the
Kramer.
super
Yeah.
awkward singer-songwriter dude.
Yeah.
I was
Wow, that's a stretch.
I was
just gonna say-
officially animated on them. I was honored. There's a little cartoon of me.
Yes.
I want to get it blown up. I
Like
wanna get a-
with dynamite.
Yes.
No, like a blown up image of it. I'll put it as my Facebook profile for a while.
Awesome.
Mine
That'd be
used to be
fun.
my
See
Facebook
what I
profile
can
when Ted
do.
did one of mine.
It'll be
It
fun.
was pretty. He's
It's cool. I like how he drew me too with the anti-Hitler because I don't grow the middle part of my mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was like, dude, he fucking
That
nailed it.
took forever to draw. I'm like, I have to. I'm not gonna lie. I creeped through your Facebook for a good hour, and I'm like, I can't find.
And
good
after he
picture
finished masturbating, he picked a picture.
of this
my
guy,
gosh.
and then I found it, and then it was like, oh, okay, well that works.
It's awesome. I think that week I got cartooned twice because then
Yes.
Haley Stokes also cartooned me. It was like it was pretty cool. So it was a good week for me. I was
The other
happy.
one was better.
Huh?
I said the other one was better.
Well, yours I didn't know was coming, and the other one I paid for.
Never even saw it
I
coming.
don't know. It's like I'll think of like comics to do, and I'll be like, I'm gonna do this one, and then like I'll be sitting with Tyler in the car and be like, oh no, this is funnier.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, and then Tyler has his own solo interview as well. You can go back and check that stuff out.
Or we talked about malt liquor.
We talk about
The mall liquor.
Yeah, we
There
talk
was
about everything.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
That was. You should see the one that's coming out with Tim soon. Talked about pedophilia for like 15 minutes.
Oh wow, that's a
That
that's a
sounds
journey.
like something Timmy would talk. about.
Anyway, so
Oh,
like,
Yeah, it was insane.
any other questions? you got?
Anyways,
Anyway.
What do you guys feel about pedophilia? No, I feel like I can't just leave that there just in case.
Yeah, no.
No. So what we talked about is how my personal feeling, and this is not me condoning it or thinking it's cool because it's not where I'm going. I just think we should study it like we study serial killers because I think like if we can develop patterns and find out why people do what they do, I think it can prevent or fix those issues because I don't think someone that does that is normal, right? We all agree.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and
Yeah,
pedophilia
yeah.
and child abuse are two different things. Hi, I'm
Well, they-
Zach. I have a degree in social work.
They're interrelated.
I really do. But it's having an attraction to children or having a desire to do something isn't the same as acting on it, and that desire is pathological. It is an illness that someone has, like the same way that other people have other mental illnesses. And while acting on it is morally reprehensible, I do think that we should understand it better and study it and try to help people who are born that way or who develop that not go down that route.
Now, there is a statistic, too. I don't know because I don't know. I'm not Louder Crowder. He has all those information. But a lot of people who do act on it are also people who were sexually abused as young people themselves.
Yeah, that's
It's like almost like a reoccurring thing. Like it was done to them, and they react to it again. And not so saying that's a guarantee either. Not every single person that went through that is like, hey, this is my new thing now. But a lot of people don't look for help either. They're not like they're not openly going to go to like a family or a friend and be like, hey, I don't know why I feel this way, but I have this attraction, because they're going to be like, I'll get the shit kicked out of me or killed.
It's stigmatized.
Yeah.
It's stigmatized kind of like and I'm not equating it to homosexuality, but the same thing used to be true of homosexuality. Is that
I'm not saying that we should accept it, but I'm saying if someone is willing enough to be like, hey, I have an issue, let's get this taken care of, it shouldn't be met with violence and all that other crazy shit that would probably happen. Because they haven't acted on it. That's what we talked about for 15 minutes. Let's move on.
This 3 minutes is going to get this blown up by some crazy, take it out of context, whatever. Like, we're going to get so much negative publicity. Well, I mean, but all publicity is good publicity.
That's how I feel.
Hey.
Look at Tyler.
Hey, guys. We did a record.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
So that's what we're here for. New record.
Okay.
I felt like I had to get that out, so it would be like, these motherfuckers like pedophilia. Or, me. I would have been,
No.
It's all your fault. He brought it up.
Crossbows.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah, no gun. Was that on the recording?
Condition
I don't think
Oakland.
so.
Anti-gun. Pro-crossbow.
So when does the new album come out? Or is it already out?
Well, the EP's out. We're writing the new record currently.
Writing.
Yeah.
Recording.
Learning.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went. I forget if I talked about it when I was on the last podcast.
I think
We'll
you
all
talked about the
talk
EP.
about it.
Yeah, the EP. We went up to Buffalo and recorded it, and we talked about it. So I'll let everyone else talk about their parts because
Didn't someone have a hard time getting to Buffalo?
Yeah.
Us.
Oh, yeah.
Andy.
We had to take 2 trips.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that one because
there for that.
Tyler's like,
No.
yo, you
told
gotta
me.
You gotta come on this weekend. And I'm like, I can't come on that weekend because I got a weekender with the other band. He's like, all right, well, let me know when you can come. And then November rolled around and he's like, yo, when are you gonna record your parts? So then we went up in November and like we had to leave Hazleton, drive up to Buffalo for 5 hours. We were there for 2 hours, recorded our parts, and then we drove the fuck home.
See, our Buffalo trip was way better. We were there
It
for a
was,
whole
like-
weekend, and I got to hang out with a dog that was like super cool and sleep in a ghetto mansion.
I tried to sleep on the way home, but Mandy and Danny kept on laughing.
I don't
I
laugh.
couldn't sleep.
oh god,
I don't laugh. She
I
laughs.
don't know what you're talking about. Never laughed in my life. What was the dog's name?
Freya. Thank you, Tyler.
Buster.
It was fuck you.
I had a dog
She
named
she was a Norwegian elk hound.
I
She
know
was
who
our friend
Freya
Ian
is.
Archibald's dog.
I met Freya before
who's
you met.
listen. I'm a hipster and I met a dog before you did.
about
No.
mental thingies.
She belongs to our friend Ian Archibald, who is the lead singer of Cardboard Homestead from Buffalo, New York.
Yeah,
Plug.
Freya's
Mental
awesome.
thingies.
Freya sucks around other dogs, though.
Yeah, but I'm not another dog.
Except Tempo from Party Marty's dog.
Oh yeah.
Party Marty.
Freya and
Party
Tempo
Marty
are like
something.
this. But
Oh,
the
he's
other
something
dog,
else. Good guy though.
that other dog, that
So you guys
Freya
recording
knows.
albums and dogfighting.
Yes.
Sounds awesome.
Wait, no, we don't do dog fighting. We do dog petting.
Yeah, we do dog loving. Where's your dog? Bring them back out here.
I used to have 2. I only have 1 now. The other one, if I saw my other dog, he'd be all about it. He was a fucking cool ass dog, but he ate it. He's dead. Yeah, he died a while
Way
ago.
to make it sad.
Oh,
yeah.
I got 3 dogs. Not that we want to talk about that. Segue.
I do.
We can talk about
If
all
I
the
didn't
dogs.
work today, I would have brought my dog.
That would have been pretty dope.
I really feel like he needs to be on a podcast somewhere because he's on that music video.
Do all of us but Tyler have? We do. Everyone but Tyler here has a dog.
I'm a cat guy.
He's a cat.
He is.
Because
Yeah,
I-
you have
Jersey
Jersey.
the
Jersey the cat.
Jersey the
Jersey's
big
my
cat.
best friend ever. I love
What
Jersey.
I'm not a huge cat person, but every time I'm around a cat, they fucking like love me, and then I'm like,
No,
maybe
that wouldn't be Jersey.
And I'd be
No.
like, maybe I want a cat, and then I'm like, I wouldn't even know how to do that. Like, I'm
It's okay. The cat knows how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, yeah, that's true.
In Soviet America,
Oh,
cat take care of you.
Yeah, cats are pretty self-sustaining. Like you got thumbs, and like you mean, I mean, but you don't gotta put the treats in that top cupboard. Like you just leave the bag there. They'll be fine. They'll figure it out.
they'll get it open.
Yeah.
I always wanted to get a cat just to give it catnip. I just feel like that's a great time.
Tyler's cat likes me, but not when other people are around. Like when no one's in the room. Jersey's like rubbing up on me and meowing at me, and then like Tyler will walk in, and then all of a sudden she's like batting at me like, get out, get fucked.
Like the Beyonce song, "Say My Name When No One Is Around You." Say, "Baby, I love you."
I remember
You ain't running games.
Say my name. Acting kind of shady. I know too many words in that song.
Baby, why
Not
you
enough.
playing games?
And that's why the sudden change.
I started making a name
whatever.
really
Why you
really
playing
quickly.
games?
I made a name up
Quit
for
playing games
my
in my
cat. It's called the Biz. Forever and ever and ever since
What?
10th grade. The Biz, the Biz, the Biz. You know what I mean? Well, actually, we really did. Biz
you have
the
a
Wonder
cat?
Me too.
Well, it's actually the truth.
Do you have a cat?
Yeah, his name's Mootsie. Well, in cat years, he's 60 years old. Well, it's the truth.
Cat years.
Cat ears. Are there cat ears?
Is he
Are you okay, Tyler?
I'm good. I'm good.
We're all right. We're straight. All right.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And you've never had cum in your eye.
To totally
What's the truth?
get back on track. With
Anyway,
the
I'm back on
original
Gayest band in
question.
Schuylkill County. There, I said it.
Yes.
It's the truth.
We did a vinyl release. It just came out around January-ish, I guess.
Yeah, it came out in
We did a
January.
little weekender for it.
We released it the day that Trump got impeached by the House of Representatives.
That worked out.
Unfortunately, it didn't work.
It
We
didn't
really
take-
thought we were going to get him out of there with that EP.
I know.
They had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
I really feel like we should have maybe did like 5 songs. Maybe that would have got him out.
3 wasn't strong enough.
It
Thank
was
you.
not strong enough.
We'll bring the
But-
full heat next time.
I personally feel that it's the most well-produced and performed Condition Oakland release
Yeah, I agree.
yet.
I agree.
Is that because you're a part of it now?
I've been a part of it.
Yeah, Ted's been on like
Yeah,
half the record.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Everybody
Yeah.
at this
Holy
table
shit.
has been
Yeah.
on at least some of the other recordings.
Nice.
The
Yeah.
only Condition Oakland records I have not been on are the demos, the original EP,
You weren't on Nervous
Horrible
Ghost.
Graves, and
No,
Find
no.
Home Friend.
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought that was.
Those
oh,
were
no,
the
yeah, I
only
guess
ones.
he was. Yeah.
And you play bass in all of them?
No, I
No.
play lead guitar.
Oh, lead guitar. Yeah,
Zach
you're
is
the
the
bass. You're the
Yeah,
bass
I
player.
play bass currently. I
don't know
used to
why I
play keyboards in the band.
And then you got taken over.
Well, no, Mandy played keyboard. This is a long story.
It is.
Mandy played.
Well, this is why we're here, not
yeah.
to just talk
To
about
talk-
like our cats.
yeah. Fuck you.
This is to fill out the Wikipedia
I have 3
page.
Chihuahuas. Their names are Bandit, Bentley, and Gizmo, and I love them unconditionally. Mandy was the original keyboard player, and then the former bass player, he who shall not be named. 'Cause fuck him.
Wow.
No, there's he.
Zach.
Are we allowed to curse on this?
Absolutely.
Good.
I mean,
fuck
we're-
him.
All right. Okay.
I cursed like 8 times, and you're like, could we curse?
But they always ask Chris Hardwick. Okay, I'm trying to look professional.
Could we curse?
But he, among other terrible things he did, like cheat people out of money, he like just told Mandy to stop showing up and that nobody liked her, or something to that effect.
No, he stopped telling me about band practice.
Okay.
And so I stopped going to band
You
practice.
seem super confused right now.
So then
This is Mandy.
Tyler.
I mentioned this, I think, on the other podcast. Like, Mandy and I, like, until she was back in the band, I was like, so, like, what
didn't-
happened? And then
we
now
started
we're in the
hanging out.
story.
Yeah,
you
me
and I
and
started,
you
and you were like,
hanging out.
"Whatever? Why doesn't Tyler like me?" And I'm like, "I don't think Tyler dislikes you." And then like I went to Tyler at band practice. And I was like, "Hey, Mandy Vavakwa said Bubba," and you're like, "No, that didn't happen at all." And then it turns out it was. I'm not going to say his name because he doesn't need publicity.
I remember I asked Tyler, I'm like,
All right.
he's like, you know Mandy? I'm like, not necessarily. He's like, oh, Mandy used to play keyboards in the band. I'm like, what happened to that? He's like, I don't know.
The thing was, is like, in the band, then it was like not a rude inside joke, but it was like, I'd be like, hey, like, you think Mandy's coming to practice? And everyone's like, oh, I don't know. And then it was like, okay, well, that's a bummer, I guess. And then I'd see Mandy, we'd be like, hey, we're too awkward to ask what happened.
yeah.
And then you just need a Zach Hauser to break the ice because I don't have any shame at all.
Wait,
you need
we
to-
got
I
to
know you
finish Zach's story of being in the band. Didn't he start
Yeah,
telling
let's-
the
Oh
story?
yeah,
he said
that's a
that's
lot
how-
of work.
He said
No, you need
he
to
said
do
he
it.
fought the
Alright,
other
he did
bass-
Mandy.
He
All right.
fought the other bass player to the
That's
death.
what she said.
I would fuck him. I don't start shit. I end shit.
The
Wow.
what about the Bonjour album like record?
Oh, yeah, you could talk about the record.
Yeah, please, God.
I thought we were
Their
talking
side-
about Zach.
Nope, not anymore.
Oh no, there's
Zach,
side.
Zach lost his privilege, I think.
Everybody wants to know.
He said too much.
there's side A and then there's like side B.
Yes, that is how vinyl works, Danny. Yes.
No.
A
I didn't
stands
know.
for.
Like I was on the two.
B stands for.
No. I'm just being honest.
Hold on.
I was
She said ass.
on Geysers and Donnie. Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry. I was like the song of Donnie, and then there was Geysers, and then My Heart Is a Hurricane, and then what was the other one with the,
That was it. But like,
and that was it. But it was like ukulele going on. And,
yeah.
Like, I
oh,
love
anyway.
that so much.
So
You know what I mean?
Danny recorded it like 4 stories down in the
Yeah.
basement.
Oh, yeah, we were in the
Yeah,
attic, and
like-
Danny was in the basement of the same building. It was very odd.
And I was just like, it was just
And
awkward.
you both were mic'd and recorded. And
Everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was
we
like
recorded
running
it live, but like
we
Danny's
played
in the
quote
basement.
unquote live, but we were on separate floors.
They
with,
ran chords to 4 floors
I'm not
down.
even
yes,
kidding.
that's how
Yeah,
we-
dude,
that's
it
how
was
they're like
crazy.
recording.
Okay,
stuff
so
and
this
It
set
was
up.
like the chimney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like this house. It's like all right.
I guess.
So like,
it's taller than it is wide.
like your house is like you seem like you got like a regular house. Like you got a basement. You probably got this floor, and then you're
Another
you're
floor and then an
upstairs,
attic.
and then the attic. So they're like, nah. What if we put another floor in here? And that's how like long these cords are, and there's just like pipes.
It was
through this
crazy.
dude's house with like the cables and shit.
My heart.
The whole time you're like, I hope he's not getting murdered in the basement.
No, we could hear
Like,
him.
God, I hope so.
No, we could hear him if he was getting murdered in the basement, but I mean, like, I still didn't want him to.
But there'd be like people coming in and out. I guess it was like roommates and stuff.
It's
and
a
I'm
punk
like,
house.
holy crap!
We recorded
like,
in a punk house.
It was a punk house. I mean, this was legit punk. There's nothing to doubt about it. It was punk. That's what I love. I love punk basement shows too. Well, it's the truth. What's the truth?
Say punk one more time.
Well, I love punk forever and ever and ever and ever. I'm 30 years old. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Who's next?
Do you want me to finish that story about
Yeah.
me and the
You
band?
finish the story.
I feel
So-
like everybody wants to know how we were in the band and then how we weren't in the band.
If anyone,
All right.
wa-
So after I
if anyone
started,
watching still has an idea of where the structure is,
No.
I love you to death.
I apologize for starting a flame war with
apologize
other
too.
people.
Flame war.
Yeah, I don't actually like hate anyone. I just
I love you.
people do
You do.
shitty stuff
Yeah.
and it makes mad me. I'm words. I'm real good at them. So I
Zach is the leftist Alex Jones right
yes, they're turning the frickin' frog straight.
Was the fog?
All right.
If there's one thing I hate, it's Liberty Hangout. That girl's bullshit. Have you ever? That's the girl who pooped her pants. You look very confused.
She pooped her pants?
Oh yeah, she's like a right wing. Should I go into this?
I know who she
Oh,
is.
Yeah,
That
the
chick?
right wing
Okay.
pundit Caitlyn Bennett. She pooped her pants at a party and everybody made fun of her for it. And now she tries to be like a young girl
Interviewer.
Alex Jones and tries to like catch the libs. And it's just really bad.
I watch her
and
videos.
cringy. Yeah, it's awful.
I do. I watch.
Okay.
I watch a lot of both sides of the spectrum. All right, so here's just a quick thing, just so we're on the same page with each other. I'm not right or left. I'm pretty dead center, and I think far left and far right are both fucking crazy, and they both entertain me. So I
Oh,
both,
this band is like super left.
Yeah,
I know.
I think that the left in America is actually
Yeah,
center,
it
and we
really
need to
is
start
super
seizing the
left.
means of production.
right. So like,
This band is like one bad day away from like going like full like just commie bastard.
We are the Joker.
but like,
What are you trying to do?
so I think. All
You're
right.
trying to feel up on me.
Let's get his wiener out.
So like one dude I do like, not so much for his views, but just the way he carries himself a little bit, is the Crowder guy, the guy who puts a table up and says "change my mind."
Oh, okay.
When he's in public, he actually speaks and he actually is open to conversation. You're not going to change his mind, but he's at least respectful and he'll have a conversation with you, and then he'll open and. But when he's in studio is when he does all of his shtick and he's like super like, I hate everyone, and he's kind of a prick. But when he's out in public, he's actually decent. Like he actually generates good conversation, which I like. Kind of the same thing with Shapiro. Like when he's in public, he's not the same person, but when he's behind closed doors, he gets a little more ballsy, I guess you could say. Like, yeah, I'm a tough guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I don't. So
Yeah.
and then like the super left. I don't know like any names, but some of them are just like, I don't know. There's some things I don't understand yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I don't know. I just let people be them and do their thing, and it's none of my fucking business what they do or how they just.
Ben Shapiro's a poopy head.
Yeah.
There, I said it.
There,
You're right.
I said it.
I know what that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway, so you're now you're in the band.
I've been in the band twice. So I was friends with Tyler since we were like 16 or 17.
What made you leave the first time?
No, he didn't leave the first time.
Oh,
I got kicked out. It's a whole thing.
what did you do?
Nothing.
I know what he did.
I'll go undo it. I had other hobbies and a job. It's a whole thing. So I've known Tyler for like forever.
That's honestly like that's what happened. I mean, like
Yeah.
like words were used a little more harsher and stuff in it, but like I mean, honestly, like Zach
Was
like,
it a bad falling out the first time?
No, I wouldn't say.
I was just too busy, like, because I had just started like a full-time job that kind of sucked up a lot of my attention. I live action role play. At the time, I was still doing Crustoons with Ted, and I had like just like a lot of hobbies and stuff that take up a lot of time.
And also, like, I'll say this, like, probably like Zach, like, getting out of the band that time, like, the band, we were planning a lot of stuff, and a lot of things fell through.
Yeah.
And stuff. So, like,
We were trying to go to South America,
no, we were trying to go to Europe at that time.
but we were also
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about,
yeah.
we were talking
Like,
about
there was a lot of touring and stuff, and then, like, other, like, just life happened to other members of the band, too, and then, I mean, honestly, like, Zach wasn't really out that long. Like, Zach was out for a record.
18 months or something like that.
Yeah, but I
think.
mean, like, in that time is when we recorded Burial Grounds, and so, I mean, Zach, even for Burial Grounds, our last, like, the record before Bonjour, Zach wrote with us, I'd say probably a good half of those songs,
Yeah,
wouldn't you say?
I wrote like my portion, the keyboard portion or whatever.
Yeah.
We were playing half of those songs live before
Yeah.
I left, and we were.
That was one of the things we
recorded.
talked about in your previous interview is that even with like the podcast, I've had people come and go, and it's not anything personal. It's just like, hey, like we're kind of on a different path than you are at this point in time. Like the door's never closed. It's just right now we just need to take a different like we both need to
Yeah,
take a
yeah,
different
and we
direction.
talked about that
And,
the
it-
last
and,
time.
and sometimes people take it personal, sometimes they don't. And obviously you didn't, and now you're back. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, and Tyler and I never stopped being friends. And actually, like about a year after that, we weren't hanging out so much just because like life happened.
Yeah.
So Tyler was like, "Hey, me and Danny, our current drummer, are jamming. Do you want to come just mess around with us and play bass? Because I play bass. I played keyboard in Kitchen Oakland at the time, but I've also played bass since I was like 16. And I was like, yeah, sure. And so then we ended up starting this little band called Van Car. And then the way I rejoined Condition Oakland and the way Danny rejoined Condition Oakland was other members of the band sort of faded out, left, whatever, personal reasons, no hard feelings. And then there was a bass player and drummer position sort of open in the band, and Tyler was either going to fill it with someone else, at least temporarily, or just go to playing like just acoustic.
This is what happened. So Leitzel, well, the whole thing happened with
He
the
just
other
fucking
two
naming
members.
names.
So the other two members
Chris.
who won't be named,
Yeah, Robert John Hunt III.
Okay.
Oh, we can talk
we
about
kind of had,
Yeah.
There's no hard feelings.
we
I would say.
kind
No,
of,
there's no hard feelings at
Wait,
all.
hold on.
they kind of just, they weren't in the band anymore. And then the other bass player we had, he lived in Reading, so it was kind of like, to drive all the way up here to practice, it was kind of like, out of his way. So that I kind of
could have been taken into consideration that maybe some of you thought this could be something more serious, and to the other people it was just making music and being more of a hobby.
No, I think everyone.
I think it
that-
was actually the opposite. I feel like me and Tyler at the time, we were just really just about like writing music and getting the record out there, and other people in the band wanted to get super serious with it, but like we weren't at a point where we were like able to do that. 'Cause we got a lot of stuff.
I could
going
relate.
on.
I mean, I've had situations even on this show where one show people wanted to get serious and I wasn't serious yet, and then now it's the point where I'm serious and other people weren't, and we had to part ways. It changes. People's attitudes and focus change a little bit.
Like I feel like a lot of it is like there's a point where you could be serious and still be super passionate about something, but then you could be too serious and not passionate.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about it.
Like I think Bobby, who is the old drummer, who was the drummer when I was in the band the first time, and is one of the people who left. He's always like been a really, really ambitious person, and he's always been like the kind of person who's in 5 bands at once, and he runs his own business. Kutztown Screen Printing, look him up.
No list records.
Yeah, and
And he runs a record label.
Yeah, he runs.
Isn't the
Yeah.
Kutztown
Yeah,
Screen
but
Printer
it's
the one
like-
who does all the Brewfest shirts?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
our old drummer, Bobby. He's
I could relate with that. Like, you could do a million things at once, but at one point in time, you're just got to be like, I need to make time for myself,
Right.
and kind of calm down on some stuff.
Preach, sister.
Because that's kind of like,
Hallelujah, holla back.
that's where I'm at right now in my
Same
life.
here.
I mean, I'm doing the 5 different comics, and I'm in 2 bands, and I work a 50-hour-a-week job.
Yeah.
And it's like, at some point, I got to figure out how to manage my time better.
a high burnout job at that. Ted manages restaurants.
So, anyways, before we get into that, speaking of which, I met Zach outside of my job to give him a Valentine's Day gift that he paid for his girlfriend, Virginia.
I thought you were telling the story of how we met, and I'm like, this is how we know, but
No.
this is what, yeah.
And then I said something along the lines of, oh yeah, so-and-so quit the band. We don't have a bass player right now, and I'll be damned if I'm going to play bass. And Zach kind of got this twinkle in his eye. He's like, really?
Now, a
And
question.
that's how Zach joined the band.
Another
again.
question I can ask in the full band now, because I kind of asked Tyler last time, is I think a lot of people associate Tyler as Condition Oakland, because I think he takes it on solo stuff sometimes, and the band members have changed so many times. How does the band see the term Condition Oakland? Is it a band, or is it like, hey, he's the leader and we kind of, or is it like we all work together? Like, if people look at Interviews Everyday People or the network, I'm definitely the focal point of it. And I, as the leader, I tell everyone else to take it just as seriously as I do, but they still kind of reflect to the I guess the start of it as the person to turn to the most. Is it kind of the same direction with this band, or how would you guys describe it?
I would say that, yeah, I look at it, the way I always put it is Condition Oakland is Tyler's band, and like our other band, Van Car, is our band. That's the band that I write music into, and that's the band where we kind of, and it's me, Danny, and Tyler, where we all sort of have equal creative say, but like at the end of the day, we're helping Tyler make his art in this band.
Exactly.
And not that we don't write parts of it, not that we don't contribute, but like...
Exactly.
At the end of the day, it belongs to him, and that's okay because we all have other creative outlets that belong to us. That's the way I look at it anyway.
Yeah.
And I respect his creativity for how long I've been working with him with the music stuff. And it's just like he really did... He came to me and he said, do you want to jam one day? And then it turned into Van Car. And then all of a sudden, and this is no word of a lie, time went on. This is the truth.
I thought he was lying.
Time went on
Bullshit.
really quick.
Time did not go on. Time is static, Daniel.
So it had been like 2.5, 3 years later. Like I've been noticing like Tyler like playing like solo a lot, right? So then like as we were jamming with Van Car, he came out and said to me straight out at my home,
I'm gay.
he said about getting in the group of Condition Oakland. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big career deal. And I would go over these songs. I was studying Burial Grounds a lot. I mean, like, they have how many albums? You know, I mean, like, I missed out on it. You know what I mean? Like, over time. And it's honestly God's truth. So I would be up at like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be studying these songs, and I'm like, okay, like Bobby left. He's doing his life. You know what I mean? And that's honestly God's truth. Like, seriously.
Again, I thought you were lying.
So I'm like,
I thought Bobby was dead.
No, because I was like, I'd always go to a solo shows though. Like, if I had a free like Friday night or a Saturday night, but I was studying like all their songs, and like, you gotta like go by like, here I am like studying, like I'm studying his beats, and then like I got told I have like this one like unique style, but I'm mixing it with Bobby's. Mm-hmm. I love you, Bobby. I'm just saying, but like it's like people
Bobby,
just
like,
go their
twice.
separate ways. You know,
I
and
think-
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
I think
Like,
in a nutshell, what you're trying to get out, and I this is something.
You know what I
even,
mean?
even someone who because when I do this podcast, I am
Yeah.
very influenced by music and by bands and the way a band
Yeah.
is structured. I consider these podcasts like a band almost.
Yeah.
and for
That's
some,
awesome. Thank you.
and these podcasts are like my projects, and
Yeah.
they all mean just as much to me, and I want everyone else to take them just as serious as I do, but I also want it to be initially my vision. But for how you're saying that you took time out of your day to go see shows and learn, and take time out of your day and stay up till 3 a.m. to learn other drum beats, for him to hear that or even be like, okay, that fucking you're going to always have a place in this situation because if you're willing to put that time in. Like, if someone says, hey, listen, we recorded a show and I was up till 3 a.m. editing it, but you went back and listened to our last 4 episodes to critique yourself, I'm like, you're taking this seriously. I want you a part of my team. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and like when I really want to hear Ted and Mandy's opinions on this too, but like the way that but it is like weird, like
you're relying on someone else to take it as seriously you to put out your vision.
I need like 4 people to make me look cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's
but
true.
Like, and it's
that's
like,
just actually true.
Yeah, and like
that's why we're here.
Like, you know, much like yourself, like it's a lot of like that's a lot of pressure when someone says like, "Oh, you're the focal point of the show." Be like, "Do you really like?" I've heard myself in my room with my acoustic guitar. Like it's not great.
Yeah,
like it's kind of sad. Like
you're a beautiful
I get
lyricist.
bummed out.
You are a beautiful lyricist.
That is true.
Like,
and also like me, I don't give myself enough credit.
there was times where when Condition Oakland actually started out, and this is honest to God's truth.
No, he's lying
It was
again.
2 apiece. It was 2 apiece.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop lying. Would you stop? You're such a bullshitter.
Can't
It was
bullshit
There
about
was
But
like
then
8
when I
members of
departed-
Condition Oakland when they started.
When I departed from Tyler, I like
This is Mandy and I ska band.
What's that?
This is our
as we
ska
said
band.
earlier.
I play trombone.
People do depart their ways and do their own life.
Yeah.
And then, like, we came back together, but Tyler wanted me to get in the groove of Condition Oakland, and I was so excited. And I started studying the music, and I'm like, holy crap, you know, like, this is a big deal for me in my life. This is like, I chase the dreams. Like, I chase it.
The American dream.
yeah, the American dream's stupid.
Punk!
Punk! I love punk. I just remembered something.
Like, I chase it. And it's happening.
trying
Like,
to throw
mean,
it to
like,
Mandy.
Fucking,
It's a
I'm
big
trying to get
deal.
it over there.
All right, so I do.
Pass it
Where you're
around.
coming from, you do take this project super serious, and I think that's
Yes.
very good. And I
Thank you.
like that part of it. Yeah.
And I want to do it till I drop.
Yeah.
Like, boom!
The bass.
I'm never going to give up. But Tyler always told me, like, in the beginning, he was like, it's no guarantee, but he was like, you got to get in the groove, and he was starting to send me some other files and stuff through Drop Biz Box. And hold on.
Hold on.
And I just
We're waiting with
started-
bated
I was
breath.
up like 3 a.m. and I just kept, there was like no sleep. And I came a long way to be in this band, and I'm honored.
What? We lost track completely, I think.
Yeah,
All
hold
right,
on.
hold on. I'm going to do a segue, and then I'm going to pitch it to
I
them.
think this was good. I think that was good.
I'm going to do like a real hard segue.
because they're still
wasn't
doing
confusing
a thing.
anybody.
Yeah.
Tyler asked the question to
Yeah.
the rest of the
Oh,
band.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You
did
go
I ask?
first, Tyler.
About
So-
what they think about the
Yeah, well, how do
thing.
you guys feel about the term
Yeah.
Condition
Oh, you
Oakland
asked
as a
that
band?
question.
Yeah, so
Okay,
we'll,
go ahead.
we'll go
said
to
you wanted
Ted
to
here.
And then we'll go.
Huh?
We're dead
God,
silent.
Theodore, you had one job.
What is the question?
How a lot of people associate the Condition Oakland with Tyler, but it is more than just a solo act. It is a full band.
It's Tyler's band.
You have other
it
like
is.
a lot of you may have other projects. You have your bands and your cartoons and stuff, but you still. I want to know your mindset going into something to help somebody else get their craft out there.
So, I've been probably Tyler's best friend for like about 10 years now. And I joined the band in 2014 because somebody quit and I was like, hey, do you need a bass player? And he said, no. They got somebody. And then I said, what if I just show up with a guitar and an amp? And he's like, we could try that. And then, because I already knew the songs, because like,
Ted filled in a bunch too.
Ted's a musical genius. Ted can play things by ear really well.
I've been playing music since I think I've been about 8-9 years old.
Yeah.
Because I used
When we initially sat down,
yeah.
and your first time here, you seemed super nervous on me.
Yeah.
I tried everything to break that. I was even telling him like I might not even mind on camera, off camera. I was like, dude, I was so like I was like trying so hard to break him out of it. But then I seen you on stage, and like even this interview, you're definitely more in your element.
Yeah.
Like you are a fucking phenom on stage. Like I was
Well,
it was like this is not the same guy who was terrified to talk to me in my kitchen.
It's
Or sorry,
weird.
in my studio. It's not a
Okay.
kitchen anymore. See the curtains? That means we're different.
I can see a fridge from
8-9
where I'm
years
sitting.
old.
Shh, they can't see that.
And a
It's
lot
a
of the
studio
times-
fridge for beer.
A lot of the times, like I'd have to play, and do these recitals. And I'm like, when I was younger, I'm like, I don't want to play in front of people. And then I just get it over with and be like, all right, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started playing like bass and guitar and all that when I was like 16, I started like go on stage, play with the band, get off. They're like, dude, how are you not nervous when you do that? I'm like, I don't know. It's just, I do it.
Yeah.
It's
You were a
just like
completely
I'm in
different
my
personality
element
when you
I'm
have
on stage.
Yeah, when you strap a guitar to yourself, you're a completely different person. And it was cool to watch. I had a good time watching it.
But a lot of the things I would do when I was younger and I'd go to shows and I'd see local bands and I'd buy their CDs and I'd listen to their CDs. A lot of the times that I watch these bands or listen to the songs, I'd watch them and I'd see what they're playing. And I'm like, I could play these songs. And that's like how I learned how to play music on like guitar and bass and everything. So later on, like 10 years later, when I'm like seeing Condition Oakland play it and stuff, I'm like, these are pretty, I can catch on to these. So it's like I'd be at home jamming, writing my own music, and like maybe I'd like figure out a Condition Oakland song here and there. And then, you know, one day, bass player doesn't show up. Tyler's like, oh, I guess we'll just play as a two-piece. And be like, or I could bring my bass with me and I'll play with you guys. And I wouldn't even practice with them. I knew the songs. She's like, wow. Like, I did that with a bunch of bands. I did that with them. I did that with D-Grade Monsters. I did that with All Male Review one time. We played with the Misfits. And then eventually when I joined the band, I just knew the songs. Like, I maybe had to learn, like, one or two of the ones I didn't really see before. None of the newer ones.
Now, can you go back and play stuff from the first album just from memory?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Like, every song, it's like, a lot of the times Tyler has to ask me, how does this song go again? And I'm like, you wrote it.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, because we got together a couple weeks ago because we're working on the new album. And this new album goes back almost 2 years already. Because we were starting to work on it, like Donnie and Geysers and all that stuff. And then we started putting the entire thing together, all 13, 14 of the songs with the other two guys. And we wrote all these parts, and I'm like, all these parts are amazing. And then we had the falling out with the other two members. Yep. So I'm doing Charles Manson Dance Academy and the Ted Hazard stuff while we're trying to get Condition Oakland back where it should be. But at the same time, I'm working on all these guitar parts for these new songs because I remember them and like they're stuck in my head. And I'm like, I don't want to lose this because it's probably, I don't mean to toot my own horn. I don't mean to be narcissistic, but I really think the next Condition Oakland album, it's going to be some of the best guitar parts I've ever written for a record. That's how confident I feel about it. But I would work on these parts and learn these parts. So we got back together a couple weeks ago and we're putting these parts together for these songs, and he's like, how's this one go again? And I'm like, I don't think you did that part. I think that goes there and that goes there. And then he's like, oh yeah, I have it written down right here.
So you more the rhythm guitars, he takes the lead.
Yeah, like I'll say that's pretty fair. Like if I do lead stuff, it's like Ted's more like rock and roll lead guitar parts, you know, like everybody in this band like grew up on like more like early 90s, I mean like late 90s, early 2000s punk rock. So like Ted does like a lot of those cool parts. Like if I'm doing like a lead part, it's usually like more weird and ambient, I'd say.
Tyler is like, he's like the lump of clay. And like, he's like a really just majestic lump of clay.
So majestic.
That's turned into a sculpture. And then I'm the guy that comes by and I guess like,
are you Michelangelo and he's David?
I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Where am I going?
And then you come and make a Play-Doh wiener and put it on.
Oh, damn right I do.
Like, you know when a kid makes like the Play-Doh and you're like, that's a face. And then like you watch the Facebook video that's aesthetically pleasing and you're like, holy shit, that looks like a face. Ted's like that other 15 seconds where like it looks like a face. I'm like, yo, I got Play-Doh.
And it's delicious.
It's like a lot of this, it could be explained better with like the music videos we do.
Yeah.
Because those 3 music videos we did for Burial Grounds, the trilogy, he wrote all of that stuff mostly. And then he basically presented it to me, said, this is what I want to do. And I sat down with him and said, okay, maybe change a couple things around. What if we did this, that, and the other thing?
So you compile it, he fine-tunes it.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
And
if
you shot and directed it all, right?
Yes.
If you watch like those 3 videos are burial grounds. Like
The one you showed me where we were walking on Ashland. That was that Condition Oakland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did where it's like in the house and then
yeah. Like before that, like we would do music videos, but like they'd be silly. Like
Oh, like that one where
like we did
What
one.
about
Chris Leitzel was a demon and
Yeah.
I was drunk dad.
We did one.
What?
Don't say the name.
No, we can talk about Chris
we-
Leitzel. He was a
we did-
demon.
We did.
You already said Leitzel in this interview. You already broke the
I
seal.
didn't say Chris Leitzel. I
opposed
said
to the
Leitzel.
other
There
Leitzel.
He said Chris.
There was palate veins. That's what I was really.
Yeah,
I got
Danny
involved,
Danny was in Palette Veins
and I was this
before he was like
detective.
back in the band.
yeah.
Before I got back in the band, and I was they just told me what to do, and Tyler took a hammer and did boom.
Danny was afraid I was going to hit him in the head with.
I know. I'm like Tyler. I swear to God. You know. And I'm like, dude.
Now, just as important as the drums and keeping the heartbeat to the band,
Okay.
the keyboard's just as important.
A lot of
Time
feeling.
to shine, Amanda.
I've never heard the band with the keyboard, so I'm excited. I'm excited to hear about how you came into the fold and what you bring to the table here. And how do you feel about the question we posed earlier? Because we kind of like did 4 things and then we kind of skipped over you. I'm sorry. I kept my mental note of it. So we'll start with the first one. The whole idea of Condition Oakland and your role, and how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I first started with Condition Oakland, I think that we actually refer to ourselves as Condition Oakland and the Revolving Door Band. So, I mean, I think that kind of sums that up in and of itself. And I mean, everybody else kind of said, I mean, Tyler is Condition Oakland. We're just kind of the supports.
But you all take it super seriously, and you're all very proud of it.
Yeah.
Which is super important. Like,
very, very seriously.
Mandy's selling herself real short on this one, or she's like doing a big build up. I don't know.
Oh,
let's see how this works.
I don't think I'm capable of a big build.
Like Mandy, so Mandy was like
Sorry.
the first keyboard player, and like I consider Mandy a founding member of this band because like Danny and I played drums together, and Mandy was the first person to play keyboard, and like,
she was also Danny's first boner in the dance.
I didn't know that part. This band goes deeper than I
Man,
know.
I don't know.
Like,
oh boy,
but like
here we go.
Mandy,
I'm getting a boner right now.
Oh,
You haven't had one for an hour?
Like Mandy's like a
No.
punk rock veteran at this point. Like Mandy's like been to house, like we've played house shows together. I think the only thing, like we haven't toured together,
No.
but like we've played some like sketchy places.
with the keyboard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because the funny thing is, like, when you think punk, you don't think really keyboard. And, like, I'd be interested to hear how that works.
I mean, there's a lot of keyboard and a lot of punk.
Yeah, but it's not something you put on, like, it's probably something you hear more or less in post-production or in studio where they add that stuff.
Yeah.
My father, like in the summer, like when No Word of a Lie, like when he
He's
heard
lying
the
again.
keyboard outside, like when he heard the keyboard, he was like, "There's so much feeling."
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
you could like really hear it and feel it.
you can really hear us rip off The Cure.
Oh, man. I love The Cure so much.
oh no, it's a truth.
So,
Like
so
It's the truth.
hanging out with the boys upstairs for as long as I did, and I would hear
Mandy.
Steve Fulton, in my opinion, is one of the he's one of the top musicians in the area. Like, he's super adaptable. You can put him in any situation. He can figure it out.
I've only talked to Fulton a couple times, but like that dude is solid.
Yeah, he's tight. He can play with anybody and just play a tight set. And then Dave Cantwell, and then like I've seen people change with Dave and Steve. Like you had Tom and Todd Bird, and it just worked. And then you added a keyboard to that band at one point in time with Justin Motok, and it was a different experience. Like you're like, holy fuck, that keyboard brings a lot out of it that you didn't realize.
Yeah, like that's what I meant. Like it, like really, it just like makes you feel like it's like a lot of emotion. There's just like a lot of emotion to it. Like when Mandy comes in with all these songs, and it's just like there's a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
It brings like the song out more and more and more and more, and it's the truth. It's like wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
you
a-
should ask Mandy how she ended up playing keyboard first. That's a good question.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So how did you end up playing keyboard?
So I was friends with Tyler, and he got offered a show with.
Oh shit!
No. But he got offered a show with Personnel, which was Kenny Vasoli of the Starting Lines like side project. And I'd always been like really super obsessed with the Starting Lines, so I was just kind of like, yo, like, I play keyboards. Do you want to like let me play that show just so I can play with Kenny Vasoli? And he said, yeah. And it was just kind of like we were going to test it out.
John
see how
Nolan
it went.
played that show
He did.
too.
He did.
We played with John Nolan of Taking Back Sunday.
Yo, we should talk about when the Ataris borrowed our equipment. Well, you do your thing first.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know Eddie Reyes. Does that count?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's no John Nolan.
Remember when we played? Remember when you borrowed Tim Barry's guitar on the roof of Theatre de Saint Catherine in Montreal, Quebec? Oh, I just dropped that name.
Did that really happen?
Yeah,
That did happen.
That
awesome.
happened.
I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
I was
yeah.
I was in Eddie Collins' dad's attic in his vinyl collection. That was pretty impressive.
Eddie Collins is a cool
funny.
guy.
We
see his dad's vinyl
played
collection.
with the Ataris back in 2016.
16?
Yes.
That's awesome.
That was 4 years ago.
And it's-
Fuck.
The
You guys played with the
Business Fairy
Ataris before I was
actually
in the band.
Filled in for bass
Yeah.
with us, but we were all stoked, and we showed up, and we're like, "Cool, we're gonna open up for the Ataris or whatever." And then
Or whatever.
the guy running the thing comes up. He's like, "Hey, I got some people that want to talk to you guys." And the Ataris walk up, and we're like, "Whoa, what do they want to talk to us about?" They're like, "Yeah, can we like borrow your cabs? We don't want to carry our stuff up the stairs."
We were the only band on the show with cabs. Like, that's funny as fuck.
Yeah. What was even funnier was I went
Do you
there.
think they sat back and said, "All right, the first band who carries these cabs up these stairs, we're going to ask to borrow use their shit"?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they were just like the first, like they were like hawks. Like they were like, yeah, like that's a stage, you know, you can just load up, and like they were like, yo,
Get 'em.
Let me get those cabs.
Yeah, definitely.
They're like, "I'm not carrying our shit up here."
You in the
Like,
plaid
fuck no,
shirt.
you already did it.
You in the plaid shirt. You look like you listen to us. You borrow your stuff. The funniest part about that show is I brought the old drummer from the D-Grade Monsters with me, Ed, and he's like, "I never heard the Ataris before, but I've heard of the Ataris. What kind of band are they?" And I looked him dead in the face. I said,
8-bit.
"They're a ska band." And then he watched them, and halfway into their first song, over the blaring music, he just yells, "This isn't fucking ska!" And he looks at me, he says, "You lied to me."
I did that with the guy in our Bang and Beers podcast for Gorilla Pack.
You told him that a beer was a ska?
No. we went to the because every time we sit in the podcast, I've never seen Gorilla Pack. I don't really know much about them. I just know it's the two Collins brothers, Steve Miller and stuff like that. And Steve's always into like heavy metal and stuff like that. And I was like, I guess they're a heavy metal band. And I showed up and they're reggae. And I was like, I was way off.
Nice.
I was selling a heavy metal show and I walked into a reggae show and it was fucking amazing.
We did like for some reason for like 3 months we used to play with Gorilla Pack all the time.
They're fucking great.
Oh my god, they are.
I don't know why we got on so many Gorilla Pack shows. Why was that?
I don't know, just for like 3
We're not
months
a
we were
ska
like
band.
we were just like
Shut your mouth. Did you see? Okay, so go check out our Instagram. Tyler got a trumpet, and he posted a video on the Instagram, and it's
I-
fantastic of him
Trumpets
playing
exist in
trumpet.
other bands.
No, but did you watch the video of Tyler playing a trumpet?
Actually,
No.
Weaker than
It was
these
so.
trumpets.
Check
it
that
was-
out.
The
by
front
the way.
bottoms use
Check
trumpet.
that out.
It's the worst.
Oh, it's the
Why are
best.
we plugging a trumpet solo? That's
No,
not good.
It's really funny. That's
it
why.
actually is a
We're
breakdown.
like, by the way,
it's
we
a
put out a
breakdown.
record. That's fine, but yo,
It's
this
a break-
Instagram trumpet solo.
Breakdown. It's a breakdown.
Now,
So-
did y'all all? I don't. You went to Hazelton. The rest of you guys all went to North Schuylkill.
I went to Shamokin High School.
Shamokin.
North Schuylkill.
Zach's like, I'm not trash.
Oh no, I'm double trash.
I
Yeah,
went
yeah.
to North. I went to North Schuylkill,
South
like
Schuylkill.
super North Schuylkill.
Okay.
I went to North Schuylkill until the 3rd grade, and then I moved to Shamokin, and it was awful.
Because the reason I asked is because like on this side of the mountain, when it comes to music, most of the bands, if any, a lot of them come out of the North Schuylkill band production or Tamaqua. It's very rare. Like, you get a little bit out of Monte City. Like, they have a good band, but not many of them produce like later on some bands. Like, there's a handful, but I think a lot of your like I've seen a lot of talented musicians come out of the North Schuylkill band. Like, my cousin Jimmy was a good drummer at one point. Jimmy Barrett. I've seen a lot of very talented people come out of that North Schuylkill. Like, that North Schuylkill band was a beast for a long time.
Yeah,
and I think that's one of the most decorated, as well as Tamaqua, and on our side of the mountain. Like, obviously Pottsville does a really good job producing people, St. Schuylkill Haven, stuff like that. But I think a lot of talented musicians do come out of the North Schuylkill band.
Yeah, I only went to like band camp in 7th grade, and then I dropped out because I'm not good at drums.
But it sparked something.
Yeah, and that's how I ended up playing guitar, because I was like, well, fuck, I can't play drums.
Yeah.
Like, I still have a drum set in my house, and I'm like, I can't play this.
I just remember I was at North Schuylkill for 2 years, and the 2 years I was there, it was very open to be like, these were the jocks, these were these types of kids, and these are the band, like, these are band kids, and then there's kids that play instruments. Like, I just remember being like, seeing a couple guys like, oh yeah, him, he's a fantastic drummer, this guy's a fucking killer guitar player. And then I went back to Monterey, and I was like, I don't really know anyone that plays anything besides trombones. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll say in North Schuylkill, like, I don't like to rehash high school that much, because like, it's a time in my life and I was a kid, but like, Mandy and Danny and I were all like in the same grade, and like, I don't know how you feel about it, but like, I feel like even like when we were growing up, like, the jocks like still played shows.
Yeah.
Almost like in like our age demographic.
Well, even
yeah, that's true.
I was the vice president of the North Schuylkill band, but I remember my junior year, I think it was, we had Jess Dalton, who played flute in the band and then went and cheerleaded.
Yeah.
And then we had, who else? Ed Potter, who played drums and then went and played in the football game.
Yeah, and then
So
Shane Flail was like I think he was a football dude. But like
his brother definitely.
Yeah,
Shane was a football dude, was he?
He was in football for a little bit.
Maybe, I don't remember. Probably because his mom made him. Shane's my cousin.
Yeah, like Shane was like one of the first kids. Like, like, I've always been a weird kid. Like I've always been fucking weird.
Bullshit.
But like, I remember like Shane was like the first. Like, Shane and I, when we were young, like, we clicked as friends, and then like he was like the first jock dude that like I saw, like, he started like growing out his hair, and like he's wearing band shirts and I'm wearing band shirts, and like like he was wearing Take It Back Sunday and I was wearing like Millencolin shirts, so I was like way fucking cooler. Nobody else thought I was cooler, but like probably Ted would think I was cool.
You were ahead of your time.
I was fucking light years away.
Speaking of another North Schuylkill kid, Ryan, I'm having a brain fart in his last name right now.
Flannery.
I just
I love Flan!
Oh my!
We took Flan to Montreal, and he's the greatest human being ever.
I just watched this horror movie.
So Ryan Flannery and I, we drove to Montreal together to play Booza Fest.
No, wait,
with
hold on.
Oakland.
There's a build up.
Wait, let me tell I'm going to tell the drugs in my ass story.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get there. So we're dividing up who's going to drive in what car, and whoever was playing bass at the time couldn't go. So Flan was filling in on bass, broke his ankle 2 days before.
Checking out a girl in like South Philly jogging like a goon.
And fell like a fucking idiot. So then we end up, it ends up that it's going to be me and Flan in my car because my keyboard is really long, so I had to take my SUV to be able to get it to Canada. And then somebody from Toronto had to borrow it.
Yeah. Like the Canadian band borrowed our keyboard.
It's like, oh, do you think I could borrow... Like, she messaged me on Facebook. That was the whole thing. But so me and Flan are driving up in Hawaiian shirts, listening to Sparkle Fight. And we get to the border. I moved the windows down because it was warm.
Why did you name drop Sparkle Fight in 2020?
Because he was real stoked on him at the time. And then he just... So we're just sitting waiting. And Flan just keeps really loud out the window yelling, "Drugs in my ass? Drugs in my ass? Drugs in my ass?" Like an interrogative, like questioning.
Like an interrogative.
And I think he was trying to get cavity
Maybe
searched.
drop a $15 word there, bro.
Right.
Go fuck yourself. That's just how I talk, plebeian. But I'm like, as far as I could tell, like they didn't search him. They searched our car, but they didn't search him. But I think he was trying to get rectally probed. Like, I think that, like, because what else would be your goal is to, other than have somebody like check your butt for drugs?
I don't know, man. You ever spend like 3 hours at the border? Like it's a fucking hoot. Like like you can't check your phone. Like
You can't check your phone?
Well, no, they take your phone to see if you're like.
They didn't take my phone. I don't look like I do drugs.
Why did they take your phone?
Well, like they're like, leave your phone in the car. I don't know what accent that was supposed to be. That was the Russian.
Something about like how like very strict. They are. No, because my uncle told me about that.
Yeah. I know you
Like, I'm
can't go
very
to Canada.
strict.
If you have a DUI, you can't get into Canada.
Yeah, like you try to like fight for a passport or something. Like if you get a DUI,
No, you can get in if you have a DUI. Like it's up to.
I never heard of that.
It's yeah.
Well,
You're
no,
just
I never-
Canadian. Yeah, when you go up.
Bonjour.
Yes, Canada.
Okay. Oh no! It's just like everyone says they're different opinions, but I just heard from my uncle that was it.
Yeah.
About,
Wait,
like
what
you
was
can't.
Yeah, so anyway, I just watched Ryan's movie, that Back Road.
Uh-huh.
It was fucking awesome. Did you have you?
I have not seen
I
it.
haven't seen it, but I want to.
I'm like real scared of horror movies.
Anything that comes out of his head, I want.
It wasn't so much out of his head, but he does play one of the main killers, and
Good.
he's absolutely
Holy crap.
fantastic in it.
He used to play a scare actor at like Shocktoberfest or something.
Shocktoberfest.
Yeah. So he goes deep on that.
I interviewed the creator and director of it, and we watched it here. And holy fuck, there's some crazy shit in that movie.
I really love Flam, but like I don't like scary movies. guys.
You don't like scary. You've lost Tinder dates over scary movies.
I have.
Tinder
Really?
dates.
Yeah.
Tinder
Yeah,
dates.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and you were
Tinder
talking
dates.
before
We're
about
talking
like
about Tinder
like this
Oh,
dates.
school band.
Ted's doing on something here. Go ahead. Okay, get it out.
Talk
Go ahead.
about Tyler and movies. Me and Tyler go to the movies on a regular basis. People
awesome.
don't know that about us.
Wow, that was such
It's
an interesting
adorable.
fact.
What's
Ted.
the last movie you guys seen together?
Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars.
The Rise of Skywalker.
And it was great.
Yes.
That movie was great.
When we first went to see Star Wars The Force Awakens, which, by the way, we saw in the theater about 3 times, maybe 4. I can't remember.
I think we.
As soon
I think
as
we
the
went
Star
4.
Wars thing popped up, boom, going back, Tyler gets an asthma attack.
Ted's trying to rack up those Tinder dates. He's
Just like looking all over for his inhaler. It's awesome.
That's it.
I can name them all off.
Lubin
This
Ba-
kid's never getting a Tinder date again. We saw all 3 Star Wars movies. We saw the Power Rangers movie.
You're just trying to kill all his
Teenage
lady
Mutant
cred.
Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Not the first one. Not the first reboot. The second one that everybody
one.
hates.
yo.
So what, a
Tyler
Tinder date
does
was like,
love
do you want to
Ninja
go see a
Turtles.
movie? And you're like, yeah. And
Oh,
she's
no,
like, I want to go
see,
see
like,
it. And you're like,
Fuck
you, I'm out of here.
Like I got all this hair and I like to wear all black. And they were like, you like horror movies? And I'm like, my favorite movie is Breakfast at Tiffany.
And my second favorite
It's
is
Detective
Pokemon, the first
Pikachu.
movie. What about? We went for the same joke.
Wait, what about 16 Candles?
What about?
A little less 16 Candles, a little more Touch Me.
We're
That was a
going to
Fall Out
see
Boy
Sonic
song.
the Hedgehog this week.
Oh,
Fuck
you guys
yeah.
are? Can I go?
Yeah, you
Sick.
can come. All night.
Nice. You made a Zach Hauser joke. So,
wanna
moving
go?
back to you asking about like the band, like the school band stuff.
Want me?
Hell
Are
yeah.
all of us? Yeah, fucking. I know. Don't look at me like I don't know how to do a fucking segue. Are all of us
You
self-taught
don't know
musicians?
how to ride a Segway.
Are all of us? I know I am. Are you like? Are you a self-taught musician?
no, I went to lessons.
Did you?
He was in the band.
I never knew that.
No, like I went for guitar lessons.
Oh, really?
I thought you.
Yeah, I'm just not very good.
Me as drums, I'm self-taught.
What about you, Ted?
Yeah.
I did take lessons for piano, but I taught myself how to play bass, and then I taught myself how to play guitar, and then I kind of taught myself how to play the accordion, but I gave up.
Accordion's
It's
fun.
hard. Yeah.
Well, you said you were in band in school, right?
Yeah,
So you got-
I played the xylophone in the band, so I mean that was like
That's just a piano with hammers.
What
Right.
are you doing playing keyboard?
we could have a xylophone.
Yeah. Why don't we just have,
We
we
could
need
have
a
a
marimba?
marimba.
We need a marimba. Yes.
But by the way,
xylophone for the next-
pianos also have tiny hammers. Inside
Listen, I used to be the keyboard player in this band. I know.
I was really waiting for you to be like, bullshit. They have circuit boards in them.
Yeah, I only play electric keyboards. This is America. And yeah, what? So I'm also a self-taught like punk rock musician. I did take viola lessons in elementary school, but that was only for like a year.
And like with me, again, back to where my subject was, I was going to get lessons, but I'm like, no, I want to open my own doors up I taught
His
myself, and I can't,
Doors,
and I cannot
yeah.
read music at all.
Backdoor.
Yeah.
It's like it's just crazy. I guess I don't know. As my family told me, you have a gift. I don't
Drum
know.
music is weird. It's
music
hard
is
to
Right?
read.
Yeah,
It
like
is.
I cannot. I never.
But yeah,
got
Mandy's
one
a drummer,
single
too.
Yeah.
"Oh,
Mandy
when you
plays
hear
drums.
me."
I taught myself how to play drums. I am self-taught in
Pound
that
it.
way.
I think.
Oh yeah, you were the. Oh, wait. I remember
Don't leave me
seeing,
hanging, Mandy. Pound it.
seeing like a while ago. She was in Roxy Nova. I remember
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I remember that. Yeah.
Everybody in this band is a backup to like
We-
somebody
yeah,
else in
yeah.
the band.
It's a smart
Like
move.
it's the truth
is.
though. Like,
Yeah.
In case you got dump one, you could rotate one out.
Yeah, dude.
I-
No more revolving
It
door
just-
band. It's just going to be like survival of the fittest.
Just
after that.
Voltron, the band.
Yeah.
It's like working in a restaurant. You just gotta go where you're needed.
the biz.
It's like having sex. You
Yep.
just got to go where you're needed.
Yeah, that too.
In
I
an
guess.
orgy.
Venom.
That was a
that
funnier
was
joke.
another one we saw.
What?
Venom. That was.
You're just
another
talking about movies you guys went to see together?
Yeah.
You guys went to see
I saw a
the
movie
Avengers?
one time
That
on
Pokemon.
Did.
on fucking Netflix about an orgy, and like
How
it
did
was
that
super
happen?
weird.
Would, if given the opportunity, would you do an orgy? We'll start with you.
No.
No?
No. Hell no.
Too much pressure.
Yeah.
Rectal pressure?
All kinds of pressure.
What about you? Would you be in an orgy if given the opportunity?
Gun to your head, yes or no?
Don't think about it.
Don't think about
No,
it.
Don't
I'm
say-
being honest. I'm.
God damn it. Just say yes or
getting
no.
married and
If Maxine was involved.
Your wife's
no
I'm-
orgy.
I'm marrying
getting married.
them.
I'm very in
I'm an
love.
ordained minister,
That's
and I'm
my
marrying
life.
What if
them.
she also was into it?
I would deny it. I'd be like, hell, you ain't touching my girl. You know,
right.
I'd be like one of those accents.
So that's
"You
the
touch
only
my
thing that's
girl."
holding you back.
Tyler.
though.
Yeah, Tyler.
I mean,
yeah.
fuck it. I'll try anything 7-8 times.
Yeah.
We all know
Just
Zach's
see if you like
answer
it.
is yes.
I love her.
No, I have been offered to have a devil's three-way, and I have declined.
What
What's
is
a
a
devil's
devil?
Coward.
A,
What the hell?
a, devil,
Bullshit.
Three-way.
a devil's three-way is
hell-
described as two poles, one hole,
What the?
a
Coward.
BGB
What is
three-way,
going on?
Oh,
and that's I'm not down. I don't. Yeah, no. I would consider
Now,
having.
when you
having
say hole, is it
two boys, one girl.
okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
What are
about.
you
Talking
doing?
Because there's holes in other sexes
gonna
too.
hold-
Oh, I know.
Okay,
yeah, the one female, two males. That's yeah.
What are you
Also,
doing?
wait, hold on.
What are
Wait,
you
about
doing?
having the other people having sex with Maxine. I'm marrying you guys, so I get prima nocta rights, right?
Oh, wait.
I'm an ordained
Tell
minister.
someone over there. You should have seen what he did at the show really fast. Long story short,
I got ordained while we were at a show.
he's actually marrying
That's the
me
whole
and
story.
Maxine Hoover. Love you, Maxine. Love you so much.
I love you, Virginia. Hi, Mom.
All right.
Hi, Virginia. What's up?
Love
yeah,
you,
he's
Evie.
actually marrying us.
Cool.
your dog.
Orgy, would you do it?
Mandy.
Me?
Yes.
Wait, I thought we already went here. No.
All girls.
All-
Yeah, she said no.
I mean,
Would-
You
would
and the
do it?
Ritchie twins.
I was
That's
gonna
not
ask
an
that.
orgy. It's only a 3-way.
You and the Ritchie
you were
twins
gonna
plus
ask
one.
that.
He beat me to it.
I mean, if I wasn't in a committed relationship, maybe if it was all girls.
Okay.
You know what? But a lot
would
of
do it.
girls do that though. If they're in a relationship,
100%.
it's like
There's
that's
not.
how I am.
There's not much I haven't
You know what I
knocked
love?
off my bucket list.
Opinion on women, men who have penises.
All right.
Same.
Real question for the
Anyway.
room.
We just took over the
Real
interviewing part of
question.
this interview.
I know we really
Real
did.
question
This is
for the room.
This is what band practice is
Ready?
like.
This
Yes.
is the easiest
Go
one
ahead.
for me ever.
If you were on The Price is Right,
You guys got this. I'm getting
$1.
the
$1.
what number, what price?
He actually
would
took his
you
mic
guess?
off and walked away. It's brilliant.
Left. I love it.
Can
I love you,
pretend
man.
to steal another beer?
Remember, you got to be the closest without going over.
$1.
Right, we got $1 from Zach. Mandy, what do you got?
For what? Wait, what are we betting on?
$1.
Price is right.
Price is right.
$1.
What's
You got
the-
it. The closest,
the object?
closest to the price. Closest
The
to the
object
price
is to be the
without-
closest without going over.
Yes.
Closest to what?
The price.
I'm one step closer to the edge.
And I'm about to break.
All right, Tyler, what do you got?
250. Hard.
Okay, we got 250.
Wait, what's
How
the
about-
what?
how about you,
What's the
Danny?
what's the price for?
We don't know.
I'm going 360.
$5. All right, there.
Wait, oh, can I take it back? I want to go 69.
$6.66.
And
All right.
and,
Ooh, I like
and then
that
I
one.
said 5.
Anthony
Okay,
got
yeah,
it.
there. Okay.
He was closest without going over. It was actually $7. It was actually a copy of SummerSlam 2010 on DVD.
SummerSlam.
Speaking of wrestling, you got an
Wait, did
Oscar
you
shirt
win
on.
that?
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
I do.
he does.
This is my girlfriend's Oscar shirt.
beautiful.
She just gave it to me.
I have a crush on Oscar. She's cute.
Me too. Who's ready for Oscar? Me.
All right, I'm gonna give you 3 Asian wrestlers. You have to F, marry, kill. You ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
Do it.
No.
All right, I can do this because my wife's Asian.
Is she?
Yeah, she's really Asian. Yeah,
Really? I didn't know that.
it's fucking awesome.
Okay.
Dude, I
really
recommend
should
it.
have
I know you're
done
getting
DMT.
married, but if you can go back and find an Asian, I'd do it.
Well, my minor was
yeah.
in Chinese. So there.
You have Asuka,
Okay.
Kairi Sane, Io Shirai.
Kairi Sane is pretty cute.
I think Io Shirai is the hottest out of all of them.
I'd actually kill her.
Really?
Yeah, I disagree.
I'm gonna fuck Kairi Sane and marry Asuka because her YouTube channel is adorable.
Oh, where she plays video games?
No, she doesn't just play video games. She also cooks. Kana-chan TV.
Real
Check
talk.
it out. I'm gonna
Real
put stuff
talk.
that I have no investment
Real talk.
Is one of those phones mine, by the way?
Real talk.
This one
All right, cool.
Was she or was she not? She was totally banging Sheamus for a while.
Who?
Asuka.
I don't know about that.
Oh, you gotta look it up on the internet, dude. They were hanging out like hardcore.
I think she's gay.
No, she's not.
So am I.
I mean, I don't know.
No, I mean, I think she's
She might be
lesbian.
bi.
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
But they were
bisexual,
like,
yeah.
just go on her Instagram and you tell me they weren't a thing.
I know
for a
Sonny
while.
Deville's gay.
Oh yeah, well, Sonya Deville is very like openly
Oh
gay.
man,
I think she's hot.
No,
Makes
she is-
me,
she's-
she makes me wish I was a girl sometimes.
Liv Morgan is beautiful. I'm just gonna
Same.
throw that out there.
I'm a Lana guy.
Oh, you like Lana?
Yeah, but Lana doesn't look like she's actually a real human. It looks like she
she's,
was
like,
made in a
stupid.
factory.
You're right.
Lana was look like she was made in with the Weird Science movie. Like
Yeah, that's-
like
yeah.
it doesn't. She doesn't seem like she's a
she's just
real
made of
human.
electricity.
Yeah.
That's it. Drop what you're doing. We're gonna remake Weird Science.
Oh, Asuka's
And-
They actually just made a Weird Science parody music video, Bowling for Soup, and the song's called Alexa
Oh, I
Bliss.
saw
Oh yeah,
that.
and
I didn't
Alexa
watch it,
Bliss
though.
is in it.
Yeah.
Who is also another. We're just gonna keep saying wrestlers' names.
Great, they stole our idea.
Asuka.
Thanks, Bowling
On
for
her
Soup,
YouTube
again,
channel,
for
she
stealing our
often has
ideas.
Kikutaro on there, and he is hilarious. He's a Japanese comedy wrestler, and everybody should check him out too.
I'm trying to find Asuka for her, so she feel like
Yeah,
you're not out of the
because
loop.
I'm definitely out of the loop.
3 Japanese wrestlers. Me, who
Yep.
I would fuck, who I would marry, who I would kill. Okay, I would fuck John Moxley. I would marry John Moxley. I would kill John Moxley.
I don't understand how this works.
Me either.
You have to kill
I just
him
thought we
last.
were naming
Or,
people.
Actually, I guess
You,
not.
you marry him, you fuck him, then you kill
Then
him.
you kill him.
All right.
You marry him, you kill him, then you fuck
Fuck
him.
you, kill you, fuck you, eat you.
Yes.
Okay.
So I tried to type in
happened?
Asuka, and I got
You got ass.
I know I got Asa Akira, who's
Yeah.
Oh, God.
She also has a good podcast, the
Yeah.
Pornhub podcast.
yeah.
Shout out to the
I was a
Pornhub
fan
podcast.
I was a fan of her before porn, by the way. I just want to put that out there so I don't think I'm weird.
Her books are also very good.
Yeah.
Dude, you're married.
Yeah,
You don't-
check
you
out
don't
Dirty
have to-
30 and
you don't have to sugarcoat
Insatiable Porn: A Love Story.
Yeah, I
They're
don't-
both very good books.
I don't hide it. I don't hide my freak flag. My wife's well aware of it.
I can't actually watch her porn anymore because I value her as a human being now. It's
a
my
shame when
Oh
that
shit!
happened.
I still I was a fan of her when she was on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Oh, when she was the show whore, quote
The show
unquote.
whore, yeah.
That was their term, not mine. I respect women.
But
I'm
she-
a feminist.
But she also was like,
Tyler's face.
she's been saying she's wanted to be a porn star since she's like 16 years old, which is kind of insane to think about.
I really want to petition Zach to go on like InfoWars or like
He's the closest I'm gonna get
You
to.
actually should.
Like everyone
Zach could
jokes
be a
around,
good
calls me
star.
Tone Rogan. This is the closest I'm gonna get to Alex Jones. I'm soaking it up.
this.
They're
is
turning the frickin' frog straight. I'm just gonna keep doing it.
When I had Courtney on the show, she walked up to me at Strikers and she's like, "I know you don't know me, but we're Facebook friends, and I want to be on your podcast. I want to be I want to be the Alex Smith to your Joe Rogan." I said, "I have no idea who you are, girl with awesome dreads, but you're gonna be on my show." And then I bought her when Alex Jones was on the show and he had that NASA shirt. I found it on Etsy and bought it and gave it to her as a gift when she showed up on the show. It was fucking.
That's awesome.
it was
Courtney's
fun.
cool.
Yeah, she's a cool
Yeah, I like
person.
Courtney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
She
we-
used to 10 bar at
Trip Millie.
yeah,
Yeah.
she had the record for the longest show, and then Billy Trace destroyed it.
What's the record?
Oh God! Please don't tell us.
No, tell me.
We're gonna beat it.
You shut your whore mouth, Tyler. Tell me.
I'm not telling.
Please tell me.
It's like 3 hours.
Buckle up, kids.
So, last time I was on the show, we talked about Game of Thrones.
Wiener, wiener,
I still haven't watched it.
Wiener, wiener,
Okay,
wiener,
well,
wiener, wiener,
There goes that.
wiener, wiener, wiener,
Were we talking
wiener,
about
wiener,
BoJack Horseman?
wiener, wiener,
Was that a
wiener,
conversation we
wiener,
had?
No.
Wiener,
All right, hold on. This is Asuka.
Well, now I can't talk about
wiener,
BoJack Horseman.
Wiener, wiener. Sorry, I was doing the theme for you.
I just have to say it.
And, that's
Easy
Asuka
peasy.
and the other one we said.
Kairi Sane.
Kairi
The
Sane.
BoJack Horseman. I watched
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, the whole thing.
she's
Only
adorable.
the one. Wait, there's
She's cute.
episode. I watched episode 1.
Okay.
And it
gets better.
Her partner's cute too.
I gotta finish that. I gotta
It
finish
gets
Tyler, you
better.
only agreed to this because you knew you wouldn't have to talk.
Danny,
Bo Biz knows
it gets
me.
better.
I'm not gonna lie.
And then it
this is
gets
working out, like,
amazing,
exactly.
and then it just drops.
Like,
then it's like, it
Now we're
just
all just talking
You
over
ever hear
each
the
other.
Downhill.
artist Poppy?
Bojack
Oh, yeah.
Bismuth.
Poppy is just the bad Billie Eilish. There, I said it.
Poppy did her entrance
Who's
music.
Billie
It is really
Eilish,
cool.
anyways?
She's the poet laureate of the
Can
United
we
States
do
of
a
America.
crossover episode with Billie Eilish?
Billie Eilish is just the girl
I
Post
don't
Malone.
think that's her real name.
It's her middle name is Eilish.
It's Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell is her full
That's
name.
accurate. Yeah.
Amazing.
And then her brother is Phineas O'Connell.
Yes.
I
So-
only
so
know
these-
the only
Oh,
thing
no.
I know about.
Is there
Billie
anything else you
Eilish-
guys want to plug before we?
Not really.
No,
I
we're
just wanna-
done. I got
No,
like
we got
We're
a
not
show.
done. We're not done. We're not done.
I just want to.
I got like 45
my
minutes
thing-
left in me. Easy.
Easy.
The only thing I know about however the kids say Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Eilish is that Jason Isbell and his wife are super into them, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. They're supporting young music. I don't know what she sounds like though,
Billie Eilish.
but she seems like it would be like Avril Lavigne.
No, nothing
no,
like that.
She's way more talented.
More like Lord.
I mean,
Yeah.
no.
I am Lord.
Avril Lavigne is the queen of pop punk.
No,
it
no,
said it
no.
on her CD.
No,
the first,
no, I'm talking
the
about like
first one was really
qualitatively.
good. The second
like,
one, not so much.
Hey,
I love
hey,
Avril.
You ever hear the- you ever hear
I
this-
don't like your girlfriend. No way, no way. I think that you need
Avril,
a
if
new
you're
one.
listening to this, you can find Tyler on Instagram.
Did you hear the rumor that the
Tyler
first
Cole.
Avril Lavigne's dead? And
I
that-
did. I'm
Yes.
deep.
Oh,
I believe
I
that.
actually
like
like,
Paul's
I don't
dead.
believe
I
it.
actually believed in that. I
don't?
don't, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's crazy.
All right, so
Anyway.
this is
I
this
killed
is
her.
called Answer the Internet. This is
Dead.
something you
right.
you go watch on YouTube from Barstool Sports. These are
one by everybody knows the rules.
kinda. These are three different style of cards. There's debate cards where we could debate our answers. There's a poll question card, or a would you rather card, or there may be F, Marry, Kills. So this one is a debate one. And we're gonna,
like that
we're gonna
last
start ladies first.
Okay.
Which celebrity would you want to most see in a sex tape? Before you answer that,
Yeah.
I this is a question I ask people all the time off camera, but I think it's a very important question. If you knew somebody that you was on the internet naked or having sex, would you go look for it? Would you go look for it?
Somebody like personally? Like,
Sure,
Yeah.
100%. I'm going to be honest right now. It doesn't even matter who the person is. If I physically know you, and I it's a weird curiosity thing. Like I wonder what.
Yeah, I'm
I wonder
interested.
how they have sex.
I want to see them naked in person, personally. All of them.
Really?
Everyone.
Do you pretend everyone's naked when you're on stage?
No. I don't even look
me-
at people. I pretend no one's there. There
I
usually
guess
aren't.
For me, it would depend who it was. Like, I don't want to see Hulk Hogan naked.
It was there.
I want to see Hulk
It was
Hogan
the-
He
naked.
does have a sex tape. You can.
I
Yeah.
know. I don't want to see it.
Another weird thing. I think I said it on the podcast with him. Has anyone ever told you like a celebrity?
Yes.
Who do you get?
Meatloaf.
I don't see Meatloaf.
Or when I was clean shaven, I
Yeah.
love like
Patton
Meatloaf.
Oswalt.
No.
And Jack Black.
Zach looks exactly like the bassist of the Menzingers, but you squish.
I think he looks like the non-Hispanic version of that comedian Gabriel Iglesias.
Yes!
Fluffy.
I still say Patton
Even when he
Oswalt.
smiles,
You look super French to me.
yeah, when he
Oui.
smiles,
Bonjour.
he gets yeah. I don't know.
Bonjour.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
All right, so celebrity sex tape. Who would you pick?
Flex.
Flex tape.
Celebrity
It
flex
shouldn't be
tape.
that hard, I feel like.
Oh, no, it should be
That's
actually
what
pretty
she
hard.
said.
Depends on who you
Oh,
watch.
you can hit the button.
Oh shit! I'm
Yeah. Woo.
We're done, guys. Thanks for having us.
All right, celebrity sex tape. Don't think, just speak.
See, the only I feel
First
like
name.
this isn't even fun because I feel like nobody knows who I'm going to say.
fine.
Okay.
But the answer would the immediate answer that comes to mind is Kaylani.
Who the
Where's-
fuck is
I'll
Kehlani?
pick up a picture. Y'all can look.
Where's
at
she
it.
from? Like what? Like describe where.
She's like a R&B singer.
That's not a celebrity.
Now,
She's a celebrity.
Now, would you want her with another girl or a guy?
Girl.
Girl. Would it ruin the stigma if she was having sex with a guy?
No.
Like
Alright.
just a big turgid member.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm like,
I'm a
you ever hear the
girl.
Rod White joke where it's like, "Are you gay?" No. When you watch porn, what if the guy had a little dick? Would you watch? You're like, "Fuck no."
I like big raging hard cock. I just learned something about myself.
Yeah, I guess.
Are you asking all of us the
Yes,
the
who would
okay,
you
that
say-
question?
Kaylani.
Oh, she's pretty. I like
Right?
her.
Oh, yeah.
Toss
Oh,
up.
yeah,
Terry
that's right,
Crews
that's
or
right,
Vern
yeah.
Troyer. Maybe
Yeah.
both.
Oh yeah.
That joke didn't land at all.
Let me see this. Okay.
right?
See, as my wife, I'm into the brown skin. I like that. I like a little pigment in my little melatonin in the
Like
skin.
melatonin.
I like her hair. I'm
Or
into, like,
melanin.
the
Melanin.
dress.
Melatonin's the one that helps you
Podcast
sleep.
got real
Yeah.
Melanin.
Melanin. Thank you.
Melatonin's the one that helps you sleep.
Either one, I'm cool with it.
My answer is either Vern Troyer or Terry Crews.
Vern Troyer would be a fucking amazing
Yeah.
sex tape.
So would Terry Crews.
Yeah, it was this amazing chocolate
I'm with
penis.
you on the Terry Crews.
My answer.
You ever see the photos of Vern Troyer eating a Subway sandwich? It's fucking Google it right now.
I just
I've
got
seen it.
my wiener's hard now.
Google it right now. Pull it up and pass it around. Vern Troyer eating a Subway sandwich.
let's see it.
All right, who would your celebrity be?
Oh my god, I can't think. So, not who took over for Kelly Ripa
Yeah.
is one, or that guy that played Luke Cage.
The guy that played
You can see that now on Netflix.
No, I can't see like his
Tell me
sex
that's not the
tape.
You can see him having sex with Jessica Jones. Who that actress is from
Weird.
Pennsylvania.
I don't like.
There's
like
so
any-
many. Keep scrolling.
Yeah, she's from Shendo.
He's so
she's not.
Yes, she is.
Really? She's from Shikellamy.
He's so
Oh, Chick Shinny.
He's
That's
so
it.
pissed.
That's
Shinny,
it.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know why I thought
Karen
she was
is
from
bigger than
Shendo.
him. He's so upset. He's like, "Could you fucking leave me
can't.
alone? I'm trying to eat this."
That-
That poor little man.
He is very little.
Who would your sex tape be?
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
You should have put a ring on it.
Yeah. And I support her music. I support everyone's music.
All right, Ted.
Yeah, everybody. But
Ted,
yeah,
who's your sex tape?
okay, Ted, go ahead.
Eric Andre.
Nice.
I would.
Just because I want to see how weird it's gonna get. Like I want to see it happen, and I just want to see Hannibal standing in the corner just eating a sandwich. That's what I want to see.
All right.
This man is very ethnic, Tyler.
He's
You're
like,
With their
he's
sex
just gonna be like,
tapes.
right. With their sex tapes.
"Let me in."
Let me in!
Were you not expecting him to go black? Is that why everyone popped?
No, everybody did.
Yeah, everybody went non-white.
Yeah, go black.
Oh yeah, wow.
Terry
I didn't even notice.
Crews, Taylane.
That guy that plays Luke
Yeah.
Cage.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you did go black.
If you had to choose one movie series or one TV series to watch for the rest of your lives, what would it be?
Office.
I agree with that one.
Futurama.
There's so many Office stickers on this table.
Well, Futurama or Chopped. Tough call.
Ooh.
Chopped.
Chopped, the cooking show. I love cooking.
I don't watch cookies. I just got an air fryer because I'm trying to find the easiest way to get fucking food in my belly.
Fucking lazy person.
Yeah, I'm
I
terrible.
just got one too.
I'm very partial
Oh,
right
you
now,
would. You're
but
such
I'm
a
gonna have to
30-year-old
go
woman.
with the Mandalorian.
Wow. It just started.
Dude, I can watch that first season over and over again.
What if it ends like Dexter? Like I would never pick Dexter because it was the worst ending ever.
I don't think Baby Yoda's gonna kill a bunch of people and then
God, I
become a
hope so.
lumberjack.
He's gonna die.
And I mean, if he does,
It'd be
it only makes for
adorable if
better
he did.
shows.
I heard
Little-
rumors.
Yeah.
I heard rumors that they're gonna bring a baby Chewie in next episode.
Shut that. That's just an
Baby
Ewok.
Chewies.
That's just an Ewok.
No.
Did
It's like every season they're gonna be like, what more baby things can we put in here?
And
Like,
then
TV
it's
or
like
movie?
Star
Yo,
Wars
I'm not-
babies.
like fucking Muppet,
Muppet
babies.
Hold on.
Babies.
I'd
Hold
watch
on.
it.
You tell me you wouldn't watch a show about baby Darth Maul.
I would.
That'd be adorable. He'd be like a little demon baby.
I would.
That'd be pretty badass. Did
We
you
see-
say movie or TV series?
Yeah.
Oh, then this Marvel Cinematic Universe, no question.
Oh
All
hell
of it.
yeah!
Yeah, I get all of it. There's fucking
okay.
25 movies, and they're gonna keep coming out till I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm not a big Marvel guy.
Me and Tyler are huge Marvel guys. I had said to him, I was like, it'd be cool if Christian Bale played
Green
Norman
Goblin.
Osborn.
We were
Yeah.
talking about that in the car last week on the way to practice.
Yeah, but now Christian Bale's playing some other fucking guy in Thor,
Good,
and they're
as lo-
saying he's playing the Silver Surfer or some shit like that.
as long as he never plays Batman again, I'll be happy.
But he was such a good Batman.
Hated him. Where's that? All right, I look at Christian Bale and I'm like, I'd fight him.
Yeah.
When I look at Batman, I shouldn't be like, I can beat him up. I'm almost guaranteed I could beat Christian
Wasn't
Bale.
the dude from Twilight supposed to be a Batman?
He's going to be.
that
Robert
was right.
Pattinson?
Batman.
He's going to be.
Yep.
He's new
For
Batman.
him.
Yep.
So here's how I think. Has everyone here seen the Joker?
Yes.
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 If you haven't,
We saw the Joker.
if you haven't,
Shut the fuck up.
If you haven't, spoiler alert. By the way, first comic book movie to win a major award, DC Comics.
No, Heath Ledger won.
Heath Ledger won Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
I don't.
Still DC Comics.
Posthumously.
Well,
that
no,
was
he
dead.
won
After he was
Shadows
dead.
should
He
not
won
be
the-
acknowledged.
Wait, his last name is Phoenix, or is it the what? Wait,
Yeah.
Jack Quinn or
Jack
however
Quinn or
his
Joaquin
name is.
Joaquin.
Phoenix.
It's like-
Brother of River Phoenix.
It's like he's stuck in character when he gets like
The guy who makes the Blackberry Brandy.
he's like stuck in character still.
got
and
it.
it's like honestly.
Took me a
Well,
second.
anyway, Phoenix, whatever biz.
Yeah, so-
whatever.
Phoenix
the lawyer,
Biz.
Phoenix
So
Wright.
there's
ahead.
rumors going around that this is
Yeah.
that supposedly that's going to set up the next Batman universe. This Joker
Really? I never
movie
knew
is
that.
going to
I
set
thought
up this.
they were just gonna leave it be.
No, they're already talking about Joker 2. Joker 2 is
Electric
happening.
Boogaloo.
I didn't even know that till now.
It's
Holy
nothing-
crap!
It's nothing pure.
I don't want to
Nothing
see
is sacred,
Joaquin
Tyler.
Phoenix fight
Tyler, have you heard of
Twilight guy.
capitalism?
Hear me out.
Oh man,
Hear me
that's
out.
my least favorite thing.
Now listen, every single Joker we've seen on I may not be a huge fan of the Batman, but I think every single time we've had a Batman and Joker on screen together, I think they fit each other very well. I think Ben Affleck, in my personal opinion, was the best Batman we've had on screen. He looked tough, he looked cool. His suit was
kinda have
his
to
suit
agree
was
with
the
that,
best. His fight scenes were fantastic, and I think
Ben Affleck is like honestly a good actor.
and I
And
honestly
the
think
Dark Knight Returns they took was really awesome, like from
Yeah.
the comic.
And I think if we would have seen more Heath Ledger, more of not Heath Ledger, more of the
The guy from 30 Seconds to Mars.
Jared Leto's version,
Jared
I think it would have been better.
See, I think
Yes.
I think the problem with that Jared Leto Joker was that,
It was never explained.
and they just they set him up to be a joke.
Yeah.
Like they just
There's-
they
he
never
said
explain it.
there's like an hour and a half of that movie that he did that's cut on, and it was left on the floor. He said it was never
if
explained.
you just see that Joker, like that Joker looks ridiculous. Like he has grills and a face tattoo. He looks like
you know
the
why?
worst version of the Warp Tour.
You know why he has a grill? So
why?
when Zack Snyder got fired, he started releasing more info of why characters had certain things. And there is a Joker comic book where he has a full back piece. So there is Jokers out there where he has tattoos.
Yeah.
There's rumors that Joker may have actually been Jason Todd.
Okay.
Oh,
And there's rumors that the reason Joker had a grill and he had I guess it's kind of like the thing is once you get one tattoo,
You get a bunch.
you get a bunch.
Yeah.
So Batman beat the shit out of him so bad he broke his teeth, and his whole thing is the Joker and his smile. So he had the grills put
Grill
in so
to
he can
accentuate.
he can eat and be functionable.
Yeah.
and that's why when he would laugh he'd go like this because he had a tattoo of a hand on a smile on his
Yeah,
head.
well, don't
Okay,
leave me
that
with
makes sense.
like fucking Spencer's.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like the
he looked like he fell into a Spencer's Gifts.
like that
Yeah.
Joker looked terrible.
He was more of a crime Joker than he was. I mean, we don't know because so much was cut out. But anyway, I think this new version of the Joker, he's not a very jacked guy. He's more of a psychological. He's kind of tinier, and if they play this whole role where he's really he knows the Wayne family and this whole thing.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson is saying he's having a hard time putting muscle on. For how much I would hate to do another Batman starting off origin style movie, I feel you have to with Robert because he's not muscle bound yet. And I think him being younger, smaller, and skinnier, I think acting chop wise, if you've seen that movie The Lighthouse, he can act. He can do stuff.
Well, there's that. I forget what that movie is.
I think he would be a good fit
Twilight.
with
No,
us.
no, it wasn't.
He's a vampire, so
But he erased
works.
erased Twilight. He erased Twilight. I think he's a good actor.
One movie. I forget what it is, but like the end of the movie is like 9/11 happens.
Yeah.
Like he's a
Is it 9/11 the movie?
I forget what it is,
Yeah.
honestly.
No,
But like
that was a movie.
Titanic. I wonder what happens to the ship at the end.
But no, it's like this whole movie, and you don't know
flies
that like
into the
9/11
World
is the
Trade
end of the movie.
Yeah.
That sounds all fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it's just it's just a regular dude, and he's
Yeah.
just like, oh, like I'm in love with this girl, and he's like, oh, I got this job promotion, and the end of the movie is like 9/11. I think I might.
Oh, wait. I've seen that. I can't
Yeah,
think of what it is,
like
though.
the dude's a good actor, but
Actually, and he was just in a movie with my dream Joker. I would love my dream Joker on film, obviously besides Mark Hamill, is William Dafoe. I fucking love William Dafoe, and I think he'd be a fantastic Joker.
My dream Joker is what's his face from Game of Thrones, the guy who plays Ramsay Bolton. He'd make such a badass Joker.
You know who my other
He's a
dream
sick
Joker?
fuck in that
Yeah.
show.
You know who my other dream Joker is? Michael Keaton.
No, wait. I'll do
Yeah,
you
I
one
can see
better.
that.
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's the dude that played the original Batman? Adam West.
Adam West. Well,
Adam
he's
West
dead.
as a Joker.
He's dead.
What is he dead?
Super
dead.
dead.
Bring him back.
Fucking Christ!
Burt
And-
Ward is the Joker.
Burt
And-
Reynolds as the Joker.
He's dead too.
Oh no!
Oh fuck!
Caesar Romero is the Joker.
Wait,
I actually met Adam West.
2008 was like 5 months ago, right?
Yeah. I actually met Adam West, and it was the worst experience of my life.
I'm
Really?
still surprised
Did he
he's
call
dead.
you
Did you
Chum?
give him like a
Bummed.
hard time?
He
Like
wouldn't.
hard times?
He wouldn't. You like. I went with somebody like in line, like, hey,
Yeah.
you're gonna pay for the autograph, and I'm like, I'm just gonna stand next to you because I want to hear his voice.
Yeah.
And then we got there and like $100, and Adam West never even looked up. Like his person was like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Oh, my name is this," and the guy was just like, and Adam West was like,
Wow.
He just dosed it.
didn't say hi, doesn't
Good,
look
I'm
up,
glad
doesn't
he's
shake your
fucking
head,
dead.
doesn't shake your hand.
Oh my!
I heard he was
God,
not very good when it came to fan interaction.
I'm glad he's dead. There, I said it.
So serious.
I'm gonna say it. I don't even care you broke your elbow. Remember that video on the internet? The
I
kid?
don't.
All right, thanks for leaving me hanging there, internet savvy guy.
Oh wow, that was so funny.
All right, anyway,
Rhodes would make a badass Joker.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
he already
Vince
played.
McMahon as the Joker.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has already been in a video game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Devil May Cry 5. You're not gonna tell me that's not modeled after Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, it looks like Cody Rhodes.
Would you rather? What would you give up first? Drinking, watching sports, or coming?
Sports.
I only do
Sports.
one of those things, so I mean, I don't watch sports nor do I drink, so that's easy.
Yeah. All right.
Just
That's
give up either. Doesn't matter.
That's a bad question.
wow.
We're all
Not
sports.
your fault though.
All right.
This man
All
loves
right.
sports.
This one.
I hope
one's-
both teams win.
Yeah.
I play for both.
Would you rather be extremely good-looking, paralyzed person, or a hideous, fully functioned person?
Yes.
I'm fine the way I am right
Second
now.
one.
That's the second one. I can walk.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Wow, that's a
I'm
deep.
torn.
Oh, the first one? Oh, drinking.
Does my
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I was just thinking.
I love you, man. You're my favorite.
I love you too.
We're
dude.
doing a one-on-one interview one day.
Oh no! I'm ready for
definitely,
that.
yeah, I'll do a one-on-one
That'll be
with
the
you.
longest interview.
I would love it. I would fucking.
You only need 2 questions.
Go ahead. Other, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't even remember
That
the
answers
question.
that question.
Yeah, that's amazing.
God. Fuck you.
If you, this is not me purposely picking these out, so don't think I'm a
Yes,
freak.
it is.
Yeah.
Let's do the whole stack.
Can you?
I'm ready.
If you can turn any movie into a porn with the same cast from the original movie, what movie are you picking?
The Muppet movie.
That's the answer for the whole band.
101 Dalmatians.
Oh my fucking god.
Wait a minute. How about this? Boogie Nights. Watch that movie.
Wait a minute. How about this?
It's already about porn.
Yeah, just
Oh,
fucking.
wait. I was switching back. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Ooh, the new Cats movie.
Oh no!
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic
How
Pork.
about? How about? Yeah. How about?
Two kids are trying to fuck in the kitchen, and raptors bust in,
Oh, they
I know
bust
Boogie
in, all
Nights.
right.
I know.
and their brother and sister makes a crazy
know.
porn.
Step brother and sister.
I know. Yeah, Mark.
Bill and Ted's Excellent
Mark-
Adventure.
Is it a gay porn? Tell me it's
Who
a
the
gay
hell
porn.
was it?
John
No.
Wick, but every time
No.
he kills someone, he catches
No.
them having sex.
No.
John Dick.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Okay.
You got to come up with a porno name for the movie too.
Well,
Bill
you're-
and Ted's
all right.
Boner
there,
Journey.
there is a movie
Obviously.
called Edward Penis Hands.
Oh yeah, there is.
Yes.
there super
Yes.
is.
Cats just changes to pussy.
Same font.
How about?
John Dick?
All right. I gotta
The
come up
Fuckets
really
movie?
quick.
The
Hold up. How about? Danny Chili Pepper.
What movie is that?
I don't know, man.
Are you high?
Is that your own porn?
Yeah. Danny Chili Pepper.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Next question.
Or Evil Disco.
Tyler's having
Yo,
an
Evil
asthma
Disco
attack.
too, by the way. I want to say Evil Disco.
Please don't die.
This
Tyler.
is now a snuff podcast. Tyler's about to die.
What's the next
goodness.
question?
Evil Disco.
All right.
Next.
If you can make your dick as big as you wanted, but
I
for
would.
every inch you lose 2 years of your life, how big would you make your dick?
Mandy, I think this is yours.
Yeah, Mandy, this one's
Yeah.
all on you.
My dick would start here and end at the old school.
Because you wish you were dead.
Yes.
And me?
Same here. Yeah, I would.
Oh, that's it. That's for the whole band.
That's it.
That's
The
it.
whole band is dick.
Because I was going to say the evil demon launcher.
I don't. That's not a number.
No.
He's still doing porn movies.
Yeah. You know what? I can just go with that. All right. Word.
I love you,
one.
Danny. I love you so
Evil
much.
demon launcher.
I love you more than life itself.
I love
another
you
one.
all
That's
more.
why
I
your
love yous
dick
all.
would be so.
Evil demon launchers. All right. Okay. Anyway.
What would that
question.
movie be about?
I'm ready.
I don't know. We haven't made it yet.
My body is ready.
Well, how would it be? Like,
It's
I'm just doing this real quick.
it's just gonna be like all
I've turned into that poor girl on the Rob Dyrdek show.
everyone all just has a good time, right?
Our mic's off.
And
Danny's the only
every,
I'm really
everyone-
vested in what's it called again?
evil demon launcher.
All right.
Everyone has a good time. They just bring Colt 45s over, and they just like start partying, and everyone just has like a good time, and they just start raging. We're talking a weekender, like a banger, like boom.
All right.
And then what happened?
A lot of things happen, like good things.
Like what?
I don't know, man. People just start like. Like, I don't know, like they have punk bands coming over and like metal, and everyone is just bombed. I don't know, and they're
stars.
just busy,
Am I on?
and everything is just going on and on and on and on and on and on and on, over and over like a biz, and it doesn't
Like
stop.
the cat. Like you did.
Like the Wonder Cat. Like this cat is flying with the goddamn cage.
That's called a
With the
callback. He said earlier that his cat was going to be named
Yeah,
Biz.
yeah. Wait, hold up. And he's actually holding on a goddamn 40. T-shirts will be out soon with the cat holding that goddamn 40. Mootsy the Wonder Cat. All right. It's a rager, but they keep partying and partying and partying and partying. The demon launcher,
Yep.
evil demon launcher.
Yo, we're gonna put King Kong Hates the Wolfman in that movie.
Yeah.
all of
They
you
just
so
keep
I love
much.
King
showing
Kong,
up
love you.
at random parts
You're
of the movie.
You're four of my
and it's
favorite
just
people in the
Dave.
whole world. I just need to say that on recording because I just love you all.
It's just Dave going, I
Did I
hope
do
you're as
something wrong?
fucked up as I am.
Evil demon launcher. Biz.
It's like
that episode of Futurama based on Animal House. They're like
Robot House. What is up?
I love this so much.
What's up, Dave?
For $10,000, would you
love
spend
Dave.
2 days carrying around a human-looking Japanese robot that you had to introduce to people as your girlfriend?
Yes.
Yes.
For how much?
Yes.
money?
Okay. Yeah.
I'll do it for $10.
Yeah, 10 grand.
I'll do it
There's
for
not much I
free.
wouldn't do for 10 grand.
I mean, I'll do it for literally $15.
What about, like-
That's hilarious.
What about like 50 cents or something, dude? Like or $1?
What about?
we
What
would
about
just
$1?
I mean, we should
What
at
was
least
the other option? I feel like,
no.
Don't. Yeah, don't. That was the other option.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but, like,
Nah.
like, I
What's
like how
happening?
you.
Where's the robot?
Yeah, how much do I have to pay you to do this?
Would you rather be the best-looking dude in the world or be able to read people's minds?
Well, I already am one of those.
read people's minds.
I don't know.
Like, what's to see, like, what's going on with
this one?
Oh,
I don't want either, honestly.
I don't know.
Like, that seems like a lot of pressure.
I don't know.
I don't want to be a dude, and I don't want to
imagine
read
get-
people's minds.
Well, no. Like what's wrong with them? That's why I said that. Like, if they're having problems, and I can help them out with
That's
like what
a very
they're
nice thing to say.
That's
Well,
very.
yeah,
that's a-
it's
that's a
like
very
honestly honest
altruistic
with me.
answer.
I like how Danny's the only one that used his powers for good. So
Yeah.
I was just like,
Can I
fuck it
try-
all
That was
out.
I mean, honest. You know.
Can I
Okay.
trade them both in? I want laser vision,
Wait, can I trade them both
Laser
in for the
vision.
penis
but
thing?
like
for earlier?
Cyclops, because I wear glasses, so it wouldn't matter.
Here you go. This is an actual legit. This is a serious question. All right.
Good.
All right.
I hope not.
It's going to be about a penis.
It is 100% about a penis. Would you rather dick shed your skin like a snake or have a rattle every time you move? Like a rattle, like a rattlesnake.
That all sounds terrible.
I want the snake.
That's
option.
like
both
yeah. That,
snakes.
They're both snake
That's-
options.
that's
rattle-
Like a
horrible.
rattlesnake
Though.
or scare shedding your penis skin?
Oh, not the shedding. That's weird.
Not shedding. No.
Would you
no
say-
shedding.
Would you shed
no.
your labial skin? I guess.
Well,
She does that
especially-
once a month.
Oh, dude.
What'd you say?
That's like a once a month thing for them, right?
Oh, they
Oh,
should-
goes on down there.
the It's not the
We don't have that
labels.
kind of science to know what happens down there.
Can't you just turn your period off?
Yeah.
Do they have
The
that
level of
option?
commitment.
Well, yeah, but
You just do it to get out of stuff, right?
Oh,
That
yeah.
is just
Swimming
like,
class
Danny.
specifically.
I don't want to go to work today.
I
have
ain't
cramps.
shedding no bitch.
And he's like, Danny, could you turn my
Dun, dun, dun,
period
dun, dun,
off? The button's on my back.
Well, guess what? My period
I've
is
never-
Or
off.
periods. How about an exclamation point?
I think my period why I failed gym class.
Did you
Really?
really say you
Wow.
had your period?
I mean, I probably I threw a lot of excuses out there. I failed gym class though, so I mean, it didn't work out.
Yeah, it's true.
I failed Spanish.
See?
That's
Yeah,
okay.
but I
But
mean,
it's, easier,
I don't-
it's way harder to fail gym, though.
oh yeah, it's super
I mean,
hard.
not really. You just don't dress, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
you just don't go to school.
That works, too.
Yeah.
You had to go to an extra year of just gym class, right?
Well,
Could you imagine having to go to summer school for gym?
No, Tyler did. He had to go for half a year and had to take gym 3 periods a day.
yeah,
Are you serious?
yeah. I failed my senior year because of gym.
Fuck gym.
Do you want to hear a funny gym story from North Google?
Go ahead.
All right, ready?
Go ahead.
You lay something on me I haven't heard. All right. One time, hold on. One time I won dodge.
his fucking story.
I'm sorry, but one time I won dodgeball by not participating. I just paced back and forth. You ever see those hardcore dudes in the pit, ready to fucking start shit? Hate breeds come in, they were like,
Hate breed.
yeah, we're hate breed.
Breed.
And you're just walking, you're like, yeah, this beat's gonna break. And this kid, he said some words I don't want to say, but he just was throwing that ball, and I was just like, nah, you gotta hit me with the ball. And I won gym class.
How did you hit him with the ball then?
I didn't.
So how did he get out?
Oh, I tapped the wall and I said, I'm out.
Well, you didn't win
You
then.
didn't win then. You lost.
Yeah, you didn't even win.
I mean, I won. I won
It
at
was
the end.
a moral victory.
No,
Yeah, it was a moral victory.
you were the last one on your team. but
Yeah.
overall, you didn't win.
I sacrificed myself for the greater good.
Tyler, if you just would have held on, that dude would have totally bounced the ball off the floor, would have hit him.
Yeah. So
Or you could have caught the ball.
So in North Schuylkill, obviously,
Fuck!
Yeah,
Why didn't I know
shit.
the rules of gym class?
Can't catch shit. He can't catch
He couldn't
shit.
even catch a cold.
But
Yeah.
So anyway, North Schuylkill, you have to do that physical PE test at a certain grade. I think it's 7th or 8th, where you had to do so many push-ups, sit-ups, and then run around the gym so many times.
I probably.
That's
failed
right.
that.
That's right. Yes.
They're like, all right, Tony, you are new to the school and you came late, so you have to do your PE test. I was like, all right, cool. You're going to dismiss everybody and then I'll just kind of off to the side do my thing. He's like, no, because you're the new kid and we just like to fuck with new kids here and ruin their fucking lives. You're doing it in front of the whole class. And I was like, that's fucked up. So I was like, I did push-ups. You can't look cool doing push-ups in front of the whole class and you're fucking 78 pounds. I couldn't even do it.
I imagine no one ever got laid by saying yo, babe, you want to see these push-ups?
Yeah, right? So,
Do you want to see me dry hump the floor for 15 seconds?
So it gets
Boy, do I.
It gets worse. It gets worse. So he made me run 5 laps around the gym, and everyone had to stand at the bleachers and watch the new kid do his PE challenge. It was fucking traumatic as fuck, right?
I mean, did they make you do it naked? Jesus.
I would have been more comfortable, right? So then I get back, and they're like, "You got to do squats," and I was like, "Who's gonna hold my feet? I can't." You know how when you do squats and your feet come up? So this fucking saint of a girl, I don't remember. I do know her name, but I'm not gonna say it just in case. But she fucking's like,
What, you don't want
It
to
was
call
you,
out
Mandy.
anyone in this podcast? We've done it the
It
whole
was you.
time.
right? So she's like, listen, she fucking puts herself out there for me, and she's like, I'll hold his feet. Very pretty blonde. I was like, oh,
It
what
was Mandy the whole time.
right.
When I
Such
was
a
blonde.
such a sweetheart. She comes out, she holds my feet, and I start cranking sit-ups out. About 8 sit-ups. I fucking fart right in this girl's face. Right? Didn't even know what was going to happen because I'm just going to town and just forced the fart out. And it was fucking loud. She knew it. The whole fucking gym knew it. And I just lay there. I'm like, just fail me. I'm done.
Did she get pink eye?
I know, but she was
What?
very.
Because when you fart on a pillow, because I got told this when I was in state college that when you fart on a pillow, that you want to get revenge of somebody.
Semen
you
in the
get
eye
pink
gives you pink eye
or
as
something
well.
like that, and I didn't believe it until I'm like, holy crap!
Until you slept
Are you
on a
confirming
pillow.
that?
Oh no! It was someone. It was some drunk goddamn guy like that told me he was like, I got pissed off at my fiance and I
would
farted on the
definitely.
pillow, and I'm like, dude,
Is it Vince McMahon?
And that's why I
don't know, man.
ass.
No. It was seriously, it was just random drunk guy, and he just like went off.
Yeah.
And he was like mad at his
Farting
fiance,
everywhere.
and he just farted on the pillow.
Fucking come on these walls.
Leave
One
loads
time-
out, and like, yeah, it was just wow.
One
But anyway.
time, 2/3 of the band $5 Letdown lived with each other, and they all got pink eye at their house that they lived in because they were farting on each other in their sleep.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
real
what I mean,
story.
man. This dude was bomb.
In Hazleton High School, if you were in gym class and you looked like you were in a punk rock band, they were like, "All right, fuck this, y'all are playing dodgeball."
Ted versus the world.
And they shoved all of you. They shoved all of you into an auxiliary gym, and then just like all like the alternative looking kids, all the goths.
Shout out to Mr. Niglio because that dude used to come into the gym locker. He'd be like Troutman. Be like, throw at the candy bar boxes because they used to do those like raffles or whatever where they sell the candy bars. And then
Niglio was the guy who made me do the fucking calisthenics in front of everybody, and he was my homeroom teacher. He was a fucking.
See, we have very opposite opinions of him because he'd be like, I throw this shit out in the dumpster. He'd be like, all right, you want to go to art class? And I'd be like, yeah. And he's like, you got an A for the day. That was the only like gym class I ever got an A+ in.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. The guy liked me, I guess.
Yeah, our guy. He just.
I think Niglio was like, look at this fucking weird kid. I'm just gonna have fun with
I don't
it.
know, dude. I was really weird. Like,
Yeah, you are.
you remember that dude from what was that band, Drowning Pool, that like did like the horns in his head? Yeah, like I spent my 8th grade with the horns in my head because I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
And he would just tell everybody that he's going to let the bodies hit the floor. And that's how Tyler got in school suspension.
Oh, from Drowning Pool.
I got beat up by a kid in the Gateway program. That's a true
Really?
story. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, there was one kid in the Gateway program. He would just like fight people. And the one day I was just sitting there and I didn't know like the call, like the signs.
What the protocol is.
And I guess the one guy was like, yo, right here. And he was just like, he couldn't speak at all. And he was strong as fuck. And he just smashed me in the face hard. And I was just like, you can't fight back. You know, so I ran. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fucked me up.
Same way.
But yeah, they shoved all of you. If you like wore like a band shirt or like plaid pants, they were like, all right, fuck it, y'all are going to the auxiliary gym, which was this tiny little fucking room behind the
I went to
the
a fancy
stairs.
school that had an auxiliary gym.
Shut up. Nobody asked you. Yes. But yeah, it's just, and it's like, because the stairs would like, you know, they would retract or they'd come out. And when they came out, the auxiliary gym was there and they just shove you in there. But like, I guess it was cool.
Yes.
He was so angry the whole story. He's like,
No, I loved it.
now looking back, it wasn't that bad.
Story was real non-starter.
Do you know how angry I normally am? Imagine that, but I'm running at you with a dodgeball in my hand, and then I throw it full
I
force.
just don't like the name auxiliary gym.
Well, it's for all the fuckers like me.
It's for all
Yeah,
the
but it
auxiliaries.
sounds too intense. I don't like it.
It's like the auxiliary cord,
How about side gym?
but a gym. That's me. That's my
Monty
nickname, side
Aria's
gym.
famous thing. Monty Aria's famous thing was they'd separate your class by like super smart kids, and then like if you were like the fucking bad kids or probably not the smartest, they just shoved all those kids in one class, and it was just a fucking nightmare every year. It was just like, we're not learning, dick, and like it was just a bad day.
We could
That's
tell
a
which class you were
nightmare.
in.
Like, that sounds like
Huh?
a nightmare.
I said we could tell which class you were in if you knew it was a nightmare.
Yeah, it was horrible. I was not. Well, I wasn't a stupid kid, and I also wasn't a bad kid. I guess I was just like, I didn't fit in, and I didn't really apply myself. So I guess I would
Ain't
just
that true of all of us?
I would just skate by with like B's and C's, and they're like, well, he's not popular, and he doesn't. Nobody else wants him in their class. I'll stick him with the bad kids.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I got lumped in. Yeah. So that auxiliary gym, right? Am I right?
Yeah, fuck it.
Would you rather have balls permanently stuck to your leg or permanent swamp ass?
Well, I mean, I have both. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm writing both.
Right now.
Are they my balls?
I mean,
They're my balls. They're stuck to your leg.
I'm gonna say
I'd rather have Ted's balls stuck to my leg.
Honestly, I would sooner say swamp ass.
Well, you're a drummer.
Yeah, like I have a major
Just
swamp ass.
You
But
live
I'm
in the swamp ass.
Dan,
I live the swamp
Drain the
ass.
swamp.
I live
drain
the swamp ass.
ass.
I do.
2020.
Mandy,
2020.
would you rather have someone else's balls stuck to your leg? Or mud butt?
I honestly,
Not
I mean,
mud butt. Mud butt's a different thing.
I don't think it is.
not that I've ever experienced balls stuck to my leg, but I feel like I would rather the swamp ass.
Then you haven't
Yeah.
had good sex.
No, maybe actually swamp ass kind of sucks. I think I'd go
Ball
with the
stuck to your
balls.
leg isn't too bad. You do a weird
Balls are
dance, get them
smaller.
unstuck, and keep
We
moving.
should give.
Yeah, but no, like, what if the weird dance doesn't work?
it never
You get
works.
in there with your hands.
Yeah, then I go right for it. I don't.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
gotta
picking a
scoop.
wedgie. You got to
You
get
loop
it.
it, you
No, but you
scoop it, you
can't.
pull.
You can't. The balls are there. They're forever.
What if we
Oh, they're
give?
forever stuck.
Yeah.
Can we?
There's
pay,
no relief.
Can we pay Wife Swamp, the band Wife Swamp, like $500 to just name their next album "Ass"? So their next album will be called Wife Swamp,
Swamp Ass.
That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, if
That'd
you-
be cool.
I think if you give Ash like a Miller High Life, she'll just do it.
Would you rather be good looking and always have nice clothes but smell like shit, or
Wait.
look like a homeless person but smell nice?
I always look like a homeless person.
And you always smell nice.
I know.
I'd rather be Tyler.
What happened?
That's a bad question for all of us. We
Yeah.
all look like we're
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't got a haircut in like
I don't know.
months.
I can't. That question right there. That's
You look homeless.
This is an iPhone.
me.
I've seen
Homeless-
some really
oh, really?
fashionable homeless people.
Yeah, homeless people rule.
Homeless.
Homeless. Yeah.
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 All right, we'll do like 2 more here and then we'll call it.
I thought we were doing the whole thing.
You know, yeah, we're balls deep. You said 3 hours. Buckle up.
This is your best episode yet. We're going to get so many views on this. We're not going to get booked ever again.
No, I would
Fine.
100% book these again. That was fun.
No,
I mean
for shows.
Oh, book for
Yeah,
shows.
no, we're done.
We should have brought acoustic instruments and then ended this with a performance. That would have been a
Why?
that would have been a band or a
tiny
podcast. Hey, can we talk about tiny donut sessions? Because I want to do that more.
Speaking of donuts, there's Krispy Kreme over there.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
do you
there
guys
you
know
go.
about
Is it
Krispy
that
Kreme, the
donut
rapper?
company that's owned by
Oh,
Nazis?
wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking of Juicy Fruit, the rapper.
What is the
Frogs!
best? What is the best TV show theme song of all time?
Friends.
Show me that smile again.
Friends only
It's
because
enough.
one time I was driving home from Rochester.
Better
and
than Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
well, the actual best, like...
You can't say it. You have to sing it if it's the best.
No, they won't get monetized.
Wait,
You got we
Real-
got 10
Oh, I'm
seconds
trying
of
to
fair
think.
use.
wait, hold on. I got a story.
Oh, no.
Do the story.
So anyway, I'm driving home.
Don't encourage him.
I'm driving home from Rochester, okay? I think it's, like, super cool that I'm going to, like, go to Rochester, play a show, and then at Sunday morning, I have to, like, at 6 a.m., I have to be at Kmart. Only way I could stay awake is that the Friends theme song comes on. And then I made up a radio station that only played the Friends theme song. And then I sang the Friends theme song for the next 2 hours to stay awake till I got home. And I would be like, it's WXPR where we only play the Rim Rats and we're going to play the Friends theme song. And be like, no one ever told you life was going to be
All right,
this
stop.
way.
yeah.
Wait.
I'm gonna go.
Can't
I'm
monetize
going
it.
with that.
You can legit make your own internet radio station and do that.
Yeah, for real, man.
But
You
that's
can.
how I stayed awake, so that's the only theme song
Do you ever
I
get
know.
really weird, like your nose runs?
I always get
My
weird.
nose hasn't run all day. And
I don't get weird. I stay weird.
Yeah.
I hate that. That
You're
happens
like,
every
I
day
hope
to
it's
me.
not blood. That's what just
I hope
happened.
it is.
right there.
I don't know if it's like allergies because my allergies. Man, these
I mean, if
suck
your
this shit
nose is
so
bleeding,
far.
it's usually coke.
I am
Like,
a
I just
very
pick my nose
close. I'm a very close tie between the BoJack Horseman opening theme song and the theme from Perfect Strangers.
No, I retract my answer. Stranger Things. That song rips.
Yeah.
I have the first album soundtrack on vinyl, and it is fucking
Does it
awesome.
have the first, like,
Yes.
does it have the theme song?
It starts with it.
Yo, you want to come to my house and smoke weed?
I mean, you can smoke weed.
yeah.
I'll bring the album and my ukulele or whatever.
Well, wait, why are you bringing you?
there you go.
I just bring my ukulele wherever I go.
Okay.
I've never seen you bring your ukulele anywhere.
I'm gonna bring my
Disagree.
ukulele.
Can you guys add the Friends theme song as a cover in one of your set lists?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know how to play it, actually.
We'll be there for you.
All right, cool. All right.
Nice.
Once again, I feel like this is we're really just not letting you be a part of this.
That's okay.
Would you rather? I mean, you can answer.
Just
I'll
yell
tr-
over
I'll try-
everyone else.
I'll try to find the equivalent of this question to you.
Okay.
But I need to get creative.
I bet it has wieners in it.
It 100% has wieners.
Why do
Yeah.
all the things have dicks?
I think it's because it's
I know.
Barstool and they have the humor
They have
of,
dicks.
of 13-year-old kids.
Well, and there's that guy on
Only
Barstool
men
Sports.
drink
It's,
beer.
oh,
Would
yes,
you
only
rather
men.
have a 10-inch dick with no balls or a 4-inch dick with normal sized balls?
What the fuck?
Well,
kind of
the second one.
the second one.
Yeah, I already have the second
Hold
one.
on, I want to hear
Well,
Mandy's
no,
answer.
that's a lie. My balls are huge.
I want to hear Mandy's answer.
What would be the equivalent? Like, would you rather have
Balls?
a really loose vagina or all right, would you rather have a really loose vagina but it's like perfectly intact and like clean and shaved and fucking the whole nine, or would you rather have a really tight one but it's just a fucking mess down there?
The second one.
Keeping it true to life.
Yeah.
All right, I came up with it. What about you? Would you go 10-inch dick or 4-inch dick?
4-inch.
No balls, normal balls.
No.
Does the 10-inch dong have the normal balls?
No, they have no balls at all.
Oh,
so
I
you're just a
mean, like,
stick.
I mean, I guess I don't have kids, so I don't really need my balls.
Yeah, I don't. That's same here. What the fuck do I need those things for?
Can you still shoot? Because that matters to me.
Yeah, me too. Do you look at your work when you're done? You're like, I did that.
I pretty much only use my balls to like put on doorknobs.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What?
Yeah.
Go into detail about that. Which doorknobs?
What? I don't know.
No.
Doorknobs. I like
In your house?
I'm calling Jane.
Yeah, I'm telling your mom.
My mom said she'll pick us up or drop us off.
She's not doing both. I mean, like, you've never just put your balls on like a hotel doorknob?
I have.
Tyler Franklin Troutman. What is wrong with you?
It's funny.
It's not. Okay.
Well, like if you're there with like someone you're being intimate with, you're like, yo, look at my balls are on the doorknob. And they're like, that's funny as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got a hotel in Connecticut once. And you gotta fucking bring it up. Jesus, that was an awesome hotel.
Anyway, so we ended up friends with the guy at the hotel.
He thinks he's our friend.
And you put your balls all over his doorknob.
No, not that time. That was a different time.
He saw us when we got there.
He saw me put the balls.
He saw us when we got there. He kind of gave us the stink face.
Like they're gonna
We
fucking
paid,
put their balls
we
all
went
over.
upstairs. We come downstairs to like check out. He's like, "Hey, Ten Tyler, what's up?" And we're like, "I don't know you. Bye." And we left. And we thought we were going to see him at the
film festival.
festival we were doing.
It was really weird.
I didn't expect the story to go that way. I'm gonna be honest.
That's my answer.
A
to that
lot of our
question.
stories go kind of.
Yeah,
Ooh, give me that sad trombone.
This band.
I don't remember which one that
band
was.
has bad ADHD.
Would you date your dream girl for the next 2 days? Or wait, for 2 days every week of your choice, but she had to dress like a juggalo?
Yes.
Oh hell yeah!
What's the downside?
Yeah, right? Are we going to the gathering?
I don't think I'd do it.
My mom told me like that Winona Ryder is back with Johnny Depp. So I mean, like, I'm kind of like,
Your dream girl's tied up.
I'll
Well,
look that up.
I'm already with my dream girl, so she doesn't need to dress like a juggalo.
Well, you
Can
took
she?
my thunder.
What the fuck is this question? Would you rather have sex with someone who only washed between their knees and their belly button,
That is really
or
weird.
someone who washed from their knees and their belly button? I'm sorry, from their belly button down to their knees, or their belly button up?
That's really weird, dude.
Down.
I mean, weird
Stinky
question.
crotch or stinky armpits?
Stinky armpits.
Yeah, I'm
Speaking
gonna
of-
go with Mandy. Yeah, I was just saying, like, I mean, like the card. That was weird.
I'm friends with like a lot of crust punks, so like it really doesn't matter to me.
Everyone stinks, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yo, tell Jane she's full of fucking shit. She's dating some dude named Scott McKinley.
That guy's a loser.
Scott
Scott
Stapp.
McKinley
Yeah,
hand.
she's dating Scott Stapp.
Winona Ryder is not back with Johnny Depp.
No, they dated for like
I
3
still
months.
got
and
my chance, guys.
That's your dream girl.
I mean, she's like the queen of God.
she's right
Doesn't
there.
age.
She's right there.
There's Winona Ryder on that sticker right there.
oh boy.
Dude, she was like 17 in that movie in Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Great.
That's weird.
Do you know who was supposed to be Beetlejuice?
Who?
Me.
me.
River Phoenix.
Oh, Tyler.
No.
River Phoenix.
Rivers
No one
Cuomo.
knows, seriously?
Who was it?
It's supposed to be Sammy Davis Jr.
That's fucked up.
That what?
And the original
Never knew
movie was almost NC-17, like when it was originally written,
Yeah.
because it talked about how Beetlejuice died, and it also the scene of when they crashed in the bridge was super graphic and gory, and then Tim Burton kind of like revised it, like, yeah, can't do that, like, but so Beetlejuice hung himself. He kills himself because in their storyline, if you kill yourself, you are a servant in the next world. And he was Juno's servant. If you remember her telling her story when they meet Juno the first time, they're like, yeah, he was my servant. He's bad news. And then the way Lydia meets him in the original script, she's trying to recontact her mother because her mother's dead, and meets Beetlejuice in the seance.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they went the way they did.
Wow. I actually would have liked that way.
I don't know. The way you said it sounded way cooler.
Yeah.
It definitely couldn't have made a kids cartoon out of it afterwards.
Ted, that's how we get famous.
They're already making a sequel to Beetlejuice.
No, make that
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. That Beetlejuice is way more fucking cool.
They're making Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
That was
If we-
that was supposed to be part 2, and it never happened.
Well, it should happen. That's what
If
we're
we buy like Winona Ryder like a black cardigan and like a microcorg synth, like she'll probably do it.
And if you in the original Beetlejuice, when he turns into the carnival ride, on the top of his head is actually Jack Skeleton. Before they actually
Yes.
came up with the idea of Jack Skeleton
Yes.
for Nightmare.
Well, if we put a Misfit skull there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
What if
Then we'll
it's
get
just
sued by
dancing?
Glenn Danzig.
Son of a bitch!
we did a Not Cool in High School on Beetlejuice. We try to do that for the Not Cool in High School. We try to find a topic every week, and then come up with fun stuff that you may not have known.
You should just invite us.
Funny.
Yeah.
We could
We
ruin
do it on the
we,
Ninja Turtles.
we could ruin your entire podcast. Network.
Oh,
Yeah.
For
why
for
not?
damn reals here. Every time I go to a store and I see his egg nut and I'm with Katie, my girlfriend, I grab it and I'm like, hey. And she's like, I know what you're doing and it's not funny, so stop. Here's a little something here for you. Wow. You just like with
Every time I walk into a strip club,
360.
every time I walk into a strip club, I go, "We're gonna get a little action."
How about 360 now?
I should keep him occupied for a little bit.
Nice fucking model. So, last closing plugs. What do you guys got? What do you got? We'll start with you, Ted.
I don't know. We got a show Friday. Is it Friday or Saturday?
We got a show Saturday.
Saturday. We got a show Saturday at the Drunken Monkey in Ashland, Pennsylvania. I don't know who we're playing with, but we're
We
playing.
have a show this week?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit, we better
yeah,
practice.
yeah.
We're not going to play
We will.
any new songs.
Is tonight supposed to be practice night too?
No.
No, it's usually Sunday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it ain't happening this week.
But this podcast won't be out by then. So
No, this is gonna be out for this.
Maybe Wednesday.
We have a show next weekend, the 21st, at the Rampworks in Wilkes-Barre.
But we got to be real quiet.
Why?
I don't know. That's what they told us the other week.
How is a Drunken Monkey like to play shows there?
Oh, it's the
the
fucking
Drunken Monkey's
tits.
the
Oh,
best.
it's great.
Yeah, it's the
Really?
best.
Trucker
Let us do
Monkey's
whatever we
great.
want.
Yeah.
I've never even
times.
been in that bar.
We'll
come there on Saturday.
On
Yeah.
Saturday.
I have a wrestling show Saturday.
Tell them to go fuck
boy.
themselves.
Oh, my
Bring the
God.
wrestling show with you
I
afterwards.
wish. You know who I met the
Bring
last
Tony
wrestling?
Deppen. I went to high school with Tony
Tony
Deppen.
Danza.
Oh, Tony Deppen's killing it.
Yeah, he's doing really well. We were in the same grade.
I feel he's very, very close to getting signed. Like very close.
I hope he does.
He
Good for him.
just in the last couple months he's wrestled Orange Cassidy. He's wrestled fucking Pentagon Jr. He's put some really good names under his book that he's
Tony's
he's worked
been
with.
putting his years in too. Like I remember
Yeah.
we used to play like punk shows with him, like back in the
Oh
day.
yeah, he was in the Arsenal.
and like the kid was working at hustling at wrestling then.
I think
saw-
there's a very good opportunity. I think there's a very good chance you could possibly see him at like NXT or AEW within the next couple months.
I saw Deppen and Cove.
Andrew Kowalski.
Andrew Kowalski, yeah. I saw them wrestle at an ACW show when I still wrestled for ACW.
You wrestled too?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I was on the wrestling team in high school, and then when I started playing shows, I got into wrestling for this little group called ACW that used to do shows at the Strand, and I kind of had a cool character. I was like a manager, and then they were like, "Yeah, I used to wrestle in high school." They're like, "Wait, you know how to wrestle?" I'm like, kinda. I'm like, I guess I could. And they're like, well, you should totally just start doing matches. And then I started doing matches. And then, yeah. And then I didn't wrestle anymore.
So
For a little while I went.
our wrestling podcast actually got to the point where this wrestling promotion, two different wrestling promotions like want us to really start working with them. One's PPW in Hazleton, and every show they always have like a pretty big name or two there. So the last show we were there was the first time they like let me backstage and kind of help out and really be a part of the show. And I'm walking backstage, and the Brooklyn Brawler was there.
Steve Lombardi.
I thought you said big names were there.
No, he fucking looks amazing for his age. And then Billy Gunn was there. Badass Billy Gunn was there.
Wait, the ass dude?
Yes.
Yes. From
Dude.
Generation X in the early.
He's
Tyler
fucking a giant. He's
Billy
huge.
Gunn's a huge human being.
He's
yes.
fucking. I was like, I had to get by, and I was like, excuse me, and I looked up. And I was like, "You are a fucking giant," and I just walked away. That's what I said to Billy Gunn. I was like, "You are a fucking giant," and I just walked away. It was so intimidating. And I was wearing this hat and had a DX pin on it, and it wasn't by like planned. It was just because it was there, and I'm a big DX fan. Yeah, I stayed away from him. I was like a fucking high school girl and her crush. I was like, I'm not going near him at all, or a high school boy and her crush. Either way, I don't want to segregate or discriminate. But yeah, I wouldn't go near him. I was terrified. Yeah, it was fun. And then this week is the Headbangers.
Ooh, Mosh and Thrasher.
Fuck the show. We're going to go see Mosh and Thrasher.
I want to go meet Chad.
He's going to be there.
His name was Chaz.
Chaz, you're
Chaz.
right. Chaz.
And he had to leave at the Beaver skit.
Yes.
He was controlled by his
I'm going to
mom.
meet Thrasher and be like, hey, remember when you were hardcore champion for like a second?
They were tag team champs, too.
Yes.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were tag team champs. But
That's
yeah.
where I learned about
They
punk.
were the tag team champions of the universe.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing Saturday. And then the next Saturday, I have another wrestling show in Reading, Outbreak Wrestling.
Nice.
Who are Mosh and Thrasher wrestling?
I don't know yet.
To be announced.
I actually do know, but I don't have it in front of me.
By the way,
Well, I don't know.
guess
But
what?
You
Guess
could
what
find
we're
it.
doing on Saturday? We're
Planet-
fighting the Headbangers.
Oh, man.
you should cancel the show and go see wrestling.
I don't think Brian
Should cancel the wrestling and go see the show.
Speaking of wrestling, I seen midget wrestling, and it was the most biggest experience of my life. It was
Biggest
ridiculous.
experience?
That was it. That was the biggest experience you've ever had.
No,
in your
no.
life.
In my life with wrestling,
Oh.
like I went to like other wrestling stuff, but like with midget wrestling,
Yeah, they had that in Wilkes-Barre,
And,
that midget
yeah.
wrestling thing.
and and they're wild. Like they really like go out. Like these people were on tour and all, and it was just crazy. I remember listen to this straight up.
I'm not.
I had wings.
I love this so much.
and a
refuse to
beer
listen.
and a shot. Right. I'm just sitting there.
Wings, beer, and a shot.
Yeah.
All right.
That's crazy.
So all of a sudden,
Barbecue, hot, mild, hot
it
sauce.
was mild.
Mild.
I was going to get the hot biz. I was going to get the hot biz.
But you went with the mild.
I went with the mild.
You were
like
playing
this
it.
time.
You were playing it cool because you're like, I
Yeah,
don't know,
you know
how
what I
hot
mean?
their hot is.
A shot of Fireball and a Miller Lite. You can't beat that prize.
Yeah.
With the prize.
What was the price?
That's the whitest thing
It's-
I've ever heard.
Well,
in my life.
I'll tell you the prize.
How much did you pay for a beer shot? And was it
It
a dozen
was-
or half dozen?
No, my food and my beer and my shot got refunded because they ran into the table and my food went everywhere and like bashing their head in, and I'm like, oh my!
So all your food
God.
got thrown on the floor.
And the beer
I would've picked it
dumped
up and ate it.
and it was just nuts. And then the owner came out and was like, I'm so sorry, and they like rebought everything. They were like, here's a refund. And,
you didn't
and that
even
was
pay.
really nice.
So you didn't even pay for it.
Oh no, it came out to like I was like something like.
So they
12
still made you pay for it.
Oh no! Before all that went down,
Yeah.
it was like $12-13. But then like they gave it back. But
are,
they
we, are we talking a dozen wings, half dozen wings?
It was a half dozen. I didn't want like
sauce
a full.
sauce on the wing, or did you have to dip it?
That's like a nightmare for food costs.
It was.
Serving food.
It was
during a
all.
wrestling
It was.
event.
Yeah.
throwing money away.
You could dip it.
So they weren't. The sauce wasn't on the wing. You had to dip the wing.
Yeah, it was just like so weird, but it was a good night.
bullshit.
You know what I mean?
Fuck that.
That's not
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But it was a good night, though. It was worth it. And then
What do we think of the mild sauce?
on a scale from Biz 10,
Just biz.
Is Biz 0 or is Biz 10?
Biz 10, dude.
right.
Biz
I don't even
10.
know what biz means.
Biz is
It's
like
the
Danny's
truth,
filler
man.
word.
since 10th grade.
Nobody knows what it
It's a
means.
snarf.
All
One
right.
time I saw the Insane Clown Posse
Smurf.
wrestle in Poxpo.
You interrupted this wing story for the inside. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, damn right I did.
What is
All
a
right.
juggalo?
All right.
Great Malenko.
I didn't even listen. Okay, last time I was on ICP, I was in like 9th grade.
Last time I
And
listened to
I'm-
ICP
wait,
was last
go back to
week.
the
On the
wings.
way here.
All the wings.
Back to the wings.
I don't know, man. And then all of a sudden, we
got another 45 minutes on these wings.
Their tour manager brought 2 midgets up on the goddamn stage.
Is that-
right?
is that the
They
way
started having sex.
and they all like made a shout out, like they apologized to like me, like, sorry gentlemen, blah 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 blah. They're like, this midget goes straight out from the barricades, goes, who has a wife out there?
Not you yet, because you're not married.
Not yet. Soon to be.
Soon to be.
Right?
Oh,
So
I'll
listen
get
to
there.
this.
That wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke. That was a callback. That was a callback.
So really, like, long story short, this cocky
button.
midget wrestler, right, goes, I'm gonna take one of your wives right now, and I'm sitting there,
I just pooped a little.
right? Seriously, right?
Laughing in
Me and my one buddy, were losing it like, holy crap.
Yeah.
True story, right?
I didn't even know that did that. I'll be
So I'm
honest.
sitting there, dude. I'm sitting there, bro. I'm sitting there, right? And one of the wives actually went up, and the one husband got pissed off. I'm not kidding. Crazy life story right there. I'm like, she kissed him, and they gave her $100 just
kissed-
for a kiss on the lips.
she
And
kissed
I'm
the-
sitting there like this, and the husband's freaking out.
That's
Like,
prostitution.
what is that? Like,
Would you let your wife kiss a midget for $100?
fuck no.
It's $100.
I would.
No.
I'd kiss a midget for free.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna find.
anyone for $100.
Yeah.
That's a symbol.
Yeah, man, dude, it was a crazy night, Tyler.
I'll kiss
crazy.
this whole table for $100. I'm not.
I don't know, man.
I'll kiss the table for $100. I'll
Yeah,
kiss
but-
this table.
They were making it rain or something like that. Like they gave the $100 to the goddamn wife, and then here's
The
the
goddamn
expression. Here's the goddamn fucking expression of a human being. Here's him. He's like this. Like, fuck my life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo, check. Look at.
It's
up?
an audio
What's up?
medium,
What's up?
Danny. Nobody can see what you're doing.
What is this?
Would you bang her?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
She's a midget.
Oh,
She's a
is
midget.
she?
Yeah,
That's
she's
fine.
a midget.
Huh.
I found her. I seen her on Instagram. I was like, I never knew I was attracted to a little person. I would.
She cute.
really?
I would do horrible
Yeah.
things to that person.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
She's adorable.
Whatever makes you happy. You know, what I
Dude.
mean?
She's like
Oh, no, I
the
know,
Jennifer
I just-
Lopez of little people.
Well, you know, whatever makes you happy.
She's like Beyonce.
I support.
Okay,
I mean,
Tyler,
it's
do you
cool.
have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, man.
I want to plug the fact that one time when I was like 7,
And Bandcamp.
I rode the Twister with a wrestler. I can't remember who it was though. 'Cause I
Mick
didn't
Foley.
care.
Mick Foley.
Was it?
was
I don't
Mick
know.
Foley.
Hat because
Yeah,
he
at Knoebels.
spends.
Yeah, it was at Knoebels.
Because he goes there every year.
Oh, really?
They actually
Yes.
did an episode of their TV show at Knoebels.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, he signed
Holy
my
of,
Knoebels map. I
was
don't
it-
know where it
That
is
had been Mick
anymore.
Foley.
What do they look like?
I don't remember. But he was in my photo. He was like behind me in the
Because he used to be called Mankind and then went to Mick
Oh, he
Foley.
wasn't in your actual seat. He was behind you.
Yeah, no.
That's awesome, though. That's awesome.
So
We should start a
Mick
game
Foley,
show.
Mick Foley's son actually has autism.
Oh,
So what and his son loves the roller coaster, but he doesn't ride it all the time. So you ever see that chair that sits right outside?
Yeah,
he'll
yeah,
sit in
yeah.
that chair and his kid will ride it like 5 or 6 times. But like that's one of
Okay.
like his son's favorite places. Like is Knoebels. He goes there all the time.
that definitely had to have been him.
So
I'll have to-
let's make
Yeah.
a game show, Tyler, and it's going to be
Yeah,
called
might as well.
Mick Foley or Guy in an Indie Rock Band.
Oh my gosh.
If we're throwing out weird wrestling stories, I met Gene Snitsky in Nirvana's closet at the Fractal Mall once.
Nice.
And he signed my report card because it's all I had with me.
Good.
I met
Gene Snitsky at the Yingling 100th, and I interviewed him, and I said, "Man, you and Braun Strowman had the biggest body changes I've ever seen in my life because they both went from like kind of chubby to jacked." And he goes, "Braun Strowman, who's she?" I was like, "Oh shit, this
Damn.
beef
Shots
just started."
fired.
Beef just
wasn't my fault.
when I might have said this on the last time I was here, but I did New York Comic Con one year, and I met Jerry the King Lawler, and he was a dick.
I met Jerry the King
Straight
Lawler
up
in Hamburg.
Fucking dick.
I used to ring out Virgil all the time at Kmart.
I was convinced when
awesome.
they
That's
when they
awesome.
tore down the mall, they were going to find him in a janitor's closet.
I bought one of his pictures once when he was at the Frackville Mall.
No, he scammed you into buying a picture.
No. I did it for the meme. I saw Virgil there. I'm like, I'm buying one. I'm getting him to sign it, and I'm gonna put it in my cabinet. It's gonna be great. I did it like I double reverse scammed him.
Why didn't we put him in the video?
I met Virgil like 180
he wasn't
times.
there at the time.
I met him like 120
Either was
times.
Kmart.
I wish we would have.
That was a weird, awkward
That was a moment of silence for Kmart.
Yeah, why did everyone get weird about Kmart?
Or Virgil, I don't know.
We missed
the
the
big
Frackville
K.
Mall.
This whole band's like, I hate capitalism.
You should get
Let me
Virgil
pour
on
one
your
out for the
show.
Kmart.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything for free. He would probably be the most expensive guest of
Give
all
him
time.
like $10.
No, and he's
Everybody
Colt
has a
Cabana
price.
couldn't get him on his show because it was too expensive, and he has like a real budget.
yeah.
Wait, who?
Colt Cabana, The Art of Wrestling, which is
Like I know the name.
I have
Colt Cabana.
I have
Yeah.
Coco Bennett's mask.
couldn't get vote. What you mean, Matt Classic's mask?
Yes, I have a Matt Classic mask.
Oh, they're not the same person. He
Yeah.
just books for Matt Classic.
I have a Sting mask.
Respect the fiction.
That's
I have
like
I have a
saying
Matt Classic
That's
mask.
like
Thank
saying
you.
Gusto is Masked Intruder.
Yeah.
I heard rumors that the Patriot was Hulk Hogan, but I don't know how true it is.
Did you guys know Prince
Mr.
Puma was in the Royal
America.
Rumble this year?
Yeah, Prince Puma was in the Rumble.
It's Ricochet, or however you say it.
I like that.
Coach. There's a video on the internet of him fingering his butt and jerking off.
Okay.
So did that guy that
Nice.
did.
Can I
Coleman
change
well.
my answer from that thing before, from that question?
And there's a video of Tony Storm flicking her bean, which is fucking fantastic.
Like Mean Joe Green?
Yeah. Tony Storm is a very good looking girl.
I like
She has a
that.
huge
I like
butt.
that
She's a
Sting
fat-
meme where it's like New Year, New Me, and it's just Sting taking off the Sting mask.
Sting
that he's
mask.
got.
Yeah.
Remember like
I
20
think I
minutes ago
shared
when
that.
we were wrapping up to do plugs? Yeah, fuck that.
All right, so yeah, plugs. Just don't plug anything that's going to happen anytime soon because this is I have a backlog.
Oh, shit.
I'd
I
like
should have told you that when you did your plug.
Yeah, you go to the show last Friday.
go to the show next Friday in at the Hazelton
It
Ramblers.
still
in
won't
case
be-
this
won't
go-
be that.
Go to a show. Go on our Facebook.
Do you have any shows booked like 3 months from now?
Wait, we're going on tour.
We're
in
going
June.
on tour in
Oh,
June.
yeah, in June. Tour.
All right, so the biggest thing is follow them on Facebook
Yeah.
and Instagram.
And
Where,
Instagram.
Yeah.
where Tyler plays sick trumpet solos.
and
Yeah.
and
Ted takes
TikTok.
pictures of me. I don't know what that is.
TikTok. TikTok is a place where pedophiles go watch 12-year-old girls dance.
it's
to
like
Fair.
Vine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like we're going on tour.
That's what I just read about TikTok. I made a TikTok.
So
and
did
I was like, I made a TikTok and I was like, oh, it's cool. You can put little vignettes of your videos on, and it links you right to Instagram or YouTube. That would help me out. And then I read up on it. I was like, why is everyone lip syncing music and acting weird on it? Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not. That's not my thing. And they're like, TikTok's the biggest fucking place for pedophiles
Yeah,
creep on chicks. And I was like, ooh, I
Heard
don't-
it, yeah.
Is nothing sacred in the
Check
world?
out Bondi Bonkers on
I don't-
TikTok. She's a cosplayer and she does really good work. And
Hey, Tyler, are we going on tour in June?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Look at you
we're
trying
gonna-
to keep structure.
We're gonna.
I gave up about 3 minutes into this.
We're gonna
Not
be
even
on
that
tour
far.
in June.
hey, in June we're going on tour.
We're gonna be on
Going
tour in
to
June.
Cheeseland.
You're going to
Land of
Wisconsin.
Cheese.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, we're playing the
Glacier Valley Music
yeah,
Festival.
Glacier Valley.
I
Music
don't know.
Festival.
I don't know what I would want from Wisconsin, but can you one is bring me something back from Wisconsin?
get-
There's a
Something.
picture of Tyler with a cheese hat from the last time we were in
like
Wisconsin.
a pin or something, just something from Wisconsin.
I mean, we could get you some from a
Can-
cheese trap.
Can we stop in Can we stop in Kent, Ohio, and get those tiny donuts again?
Yeah, I mean,
Sick.
He loved those.
Shout out to those tiny
I was
donuts
out-
in Kent, Ohio.
In Canton, Ohio, yeah.
now,
that
here's
was-
a quick question as you're plugging that I probably should ask earlier, but you brought it up. When you guys go on tour, how does that affect your normal everyday jobs?
it doesn't. We take days off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
It
all
does. We
like
try to take days off.
we're all like
Yeah.
basically in our 30s, so we have vacation time. So
I got
that's pretty
PTO,
much
brother.
it. Yeah.
So you save your
Yeah.
PTO for like actual things?
I mean, I think
Man, I
either
wish I did that.
think either anyone in this band like saves their paid time off, or they just work a job where they can take time off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I got-
So like, I don't really like use like vacation time, and I know like Danny does like odd jobs and stuff, and like
Yeah.
like we both just work jobs that lets us do it. Mandy plays punk shows on her lunch break,
I
and
do.
then these guys are like real
I know.
adults.
What can you guys talk about what you do for your real jobs? Like your
I-
professional wrestlers, like
I-
your real jobs?
I am.
Well, you said you're like a social worker.
Yeah, I
right?
work for the Redco Group. I manage group homes for people with intellectual disabilities.
It's very noble. I like it.
I mean, it is what it is.
Tyler, what do you do?
I work retail.
Just like retail? Like, what do you mean by retail?
Like right now, I work like outside retail.
Like flea markets?
No, it's like I go in and like I do audits. For
Oh,
jobs.
you just said outside retail. I thought you meant like outdoors.
No. It's considered outside retail
I work
because
for Hometown Hunger.
like I work for. I'm actually starting a new job soon, but it's like a merchandiser company.
Okay.
So like we'll go into stores and we'll work.
Okay.
So like we'll like do audits, displays, stuff like that, set up stuff. Basically, people just like will hire like the companies I work for to go in and do their stuff. So they like Lay's and Pepsi have like a vendor guy.
Yeah.
Like Hostess hires the current job I have, and like we're like.
So you work with Tasty Cakes?
No, I just work with Hostess.
Yeah.
Like that's why, like the company I work for, like Hostess will hire us to be their vendor, and then like maybe when that contract's up, they'll either stick with our company or they'll go to a different company. It's I don't know. Capitalism sucks.
Yeah.
So like I participate in it to survive.
Yeah, we have to.
So
We're all slaves. What is your job?
Me?
Sure.
Oh, sorry. I work at a. That's my job. No, I work at a domestic violence shelter.
Oh. And locally?
Yeah, well, kind of.
Oh, me.
I mean, eye contact for what?
Just gotta admit it. Yeah.
Just admit it, man.
Speak your truth.
I'm on a disability.
Okay.
I'm in remission from acute leukemia since 1994.
Good for you. You fought it.
And it's like it's hard. It's a lot, and these are my true friends right here, and it's the truth. You know, like these are the little people I have in my
but
life.
like you do like
Other
mow
stuff.
lawns and shit.
Yeah, like, and but like I do help other people out mowing.
Well,
lawns,
you had a
and it's like
moment. You had a moment where you thought, "Holy shit, this could be something serious."
Like I was on chemotherapy for 3 years, and that's a big deal. I had 2 bone marrow transplants.
I thought you said bowel movements.
I know, right? I know. But
I had 2 huge
bone marrow biz plants and it's just I'm 30 and it's scary for me. And I've like chemo brain. It's so sad.
Yeah.
You know, it's just.
I've heard a story. I don't know how true this is. That someone went through a bone marrow transplant and also a blood transfusion because they had leukemia.
Yeah. I went through the blood transfusion. Someone like donated like some kind of blood. I don't even know. I don't remember anything.
Can this be a possible thing, or was I just being bullshitted? Like someone can go through a bone marrow transplant, and because
Correct.
you're taking someone else's bone marrow,
Something
can
like-
it rewrite your DNA sometimes?
I don't
like. I heard it could change your eye color, your hair color.
See, like that's the
I
thing.
don't know
like,
how true that is. Like
I was talking to my family about that, and it's like I can't answer that question. I don't know, but it sucks. You know, there's everyone.
I talked to a dude I used to work with, and his daughter went through a bone marrow transplant.
I had two.
and they were both like him and his wife were convinced after because she did it at a very young age.
Yeah,
her personality changed.
Like, it's just a long story.
You're changing like the building blocks of someone's
Yeah,
biological
you're literally
something like that.
changing
Like,
their
that stands
DNA.
to reason.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because, like, that's the thing of what I was thinking, like, the older I'm getting. Like, it came to my mind the other day, and I'm like...
And she went from brown eyes to blue eyes.
Wow.
I don't know. Like, I don't know, and I'll never know. I don't remember anything.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm
Ted, what
glad
do
you
you
are
do?
all my good friends.
Yeah.
You are my best friends. Thank you for being my friend. Yeah. You know what I mean?
He takes life not for granted. He had a situation where he may not have been around anymore, so that's good.
Like I am scared, but here's the thing: what keeps me focused is music, and writing. Like I write my own lyrics. Like when Condition Oakland is not here, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I just like write. Yeah.
What do you got going on your knuckles there?
Oh, I have Gain Back Live Life. I made it up. Like one day, yeah.
Who tattooed that?
A guy from Georgia. Yeah, he was up in he was from Town Hall Tattoo up in Wilkes-Barre, PA.
Okay.
And that's what he told me. He was from Georgia. I don't know. That's what he told me. You know what I mean? And then he actually left the shop because he gave me his number so I can get back and get refills. Because when you do
go to his
dishes,
house.
Yeah, when you do your hands,
Hang out
sometimes it
later.
doesn't stick.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It doesn't really.
Yeah.
I don't
'Cause
know.
Your hands and your feet shed skin the most, so sometimes tattoos don't stay there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ted,
Go ahead.
what do you do?
I work for. Actually, I just
A
came
polo
to work
company.
today.
Oh.
Oh, see, he has his badge on too.
I work for Boscov's for the Boscov's family restaurant. I'm the assistant manager.
Look at you. What's the window? What?
The what? What window? What?
Oh, the Twindos, right?
Oh, that's a band. I did the video for the Twindos. But yeah, I work basically in a kitchen all day. I'm basically
Is that where you get a lot of your inspiration for your one comic?
Yes, actually. Yeah, I've actually been working as basically just like a glorified line cook since 2005. But now I work for Boscov's. I've been working there for like 14 years, and it's pretty good because like I basically just like run a kitchen all day and cook and all that fun stuff. And I have to go back and forth from the Hazleton store and the Wilkes-Barre store because I guess I'm a big deal or something.
Damn right you are.
Killing it. All right. Anyone else have anything they want to get out there, talk about? No. Go check out the websites. Follow
Check out
Condition
Burning
Oakland.
Hammer Photography.
Hopefully.
Andrew Kovaleski. We plugged him earlier, so I want to actually plug his photography thing.
Catch us on tour in June.
Yeah.
Just on Twitter.
Check out wyvernrising.org, the LARP I
Where
play.
can people listen to your music if they can't go to a show and buy a CD
Conditional
or a
PA.
vinyl or a
Bandcamp.com.
cassette?
We are
Because
on
you guys
Spotify.
We're also on Bandcamp.
And Apple Music.
Yeah, conditionoaklandpa.bandcamp.com. I think is that.
You can check out our stuff on YouTube also.
Yeah.
It's somewhere
YouTube,
on there.
yeah.
I mean, if we're just then. I mean, we talked about Bobby, like, who was the drummer before Danny. So, like, Coachtown Screen Printing and No Less Records, I feel like he deserves a shout-out.
I actually plugged Danny's screen printing once when the Budwashers put out their T-shirts.
Bobby does the screen printing.
Danny's our current.
Yeah, Danny's our current drummer.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Sorry.
It's all right. I don't know if that was
You do
rude
screen.
or not.
You do screen printing as well.
Me?
No.
No.
Oh, me. I would like to.
Bobby does the screen
Bobby
printing.
does.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'd like to in the future down the line, like something like this.
Nobody ever asked me before.
Oh yeah, I mean just to test. I might just.
What would
like,
your dream job be?
To be honest, like
No lies.
Gay porn.
no,
I really
like
hope
the
it's
screen print
screen
and stickers. Like to make stickers and shirts.
What would
know?
your salary have to be to do gay porn?
My salary?
Gay
$20 an inch.
specifically.
I like the moan after the salary.
Can we just turn this into an ASMR?
We just
everyone has
say
yearly salary.
yearly salary.
But in that yearly salary, you have to at least do. There's 365 days in a year.
300 gay porn.
You have to do at least 40.
That's
That's
not
a
even
lot.
fun.
That's a lot for like a regular porn
That's
star
a
to
lot,
do.
but that's a lot.
Really?
though.
Yeah, shooting like 4 times a month is a lot for them.
That I was just gonna say because
Don't ask me how.
that
I know
has to
this.
be a lot.
Do you have sex more than 4 times a month
Me,
in your
money?
normal life?
For money.
my
I wish
sex
I was
li-
getting paid.
my sex life.
We're going to talk about Danny's sex life.
Hey everybody,
I'm
next
just gonna
comment.
say no comment.
Are we over or under?
Oh, with my sex life, we're pretty over.
Pretty over.
Pretty over.
Oh yeah.
By how much?
Boy, no, 4 is over, so you're over 4.
Oh yeah.
Get it, boy.
Inches
Oh yeah.
All right,
around.
Yeah.
Ted, dick size. Let's go. No,
I knew it. I knew he was. I knew it.
I'm joking. We don't have to do that. That was
We
funny.
don't have to, but we can.
If you really want to. No,
Mandy, what's more important, length or girth?
You know, as the wonderful
remember we were rapping. This is going to be the 4-hour podcast. I'm not. Listen, I'm not shying away from it. You're the one who has to wake up in the morning, not me.
Jeffree Star once said, "It's not the size of your boat, but the motion in your ocean." Boy, now
But-
row.
But
Boy, now row.
it takes a long time to get to England in a rowboat.
I got all night.
Right?
I don't have time for that. I'm 32. I think you don't get yours. I'm getting mine.
It may be a needle, but it moves like a sewing machine.
By the way, your gumbo.
Fuck yeah.
My mom ate your gumbo.
Oh, that's okay. She probably enjoyed it.
You want to, before we go, do you want to hear the story of my mom eating your gumbo?
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead. Just do it.
So, as I had said,
We just went from penises to your mother eating gumbo. So I'm just putting it out
My
there.
gumbo.
There's
That
shrimp in the
belongs
gumbo.
to me.
That could be
anyways,
misconstrued.
so
Doesn't need to be a sexy
I,
gumbo.
I didn't say it was sexy.
yeah, I'm real good. I'm a real good cook and everything. I've been doing it professionally for like 14 years. I know a lot of stuff to make. Mandy went to
Not
New
Orleans.
Orleans.
a couple weeks ago.
Did you practice
She's like,
voodoo?
Not as much as I should have.
Zach's like, oh, bring me back some gumbo. And she's like, well, if I bring it back, it's going to be bad by the time I bring it. And I go, Zach, I'll just make you gumbo. And he's like, oh, hell yeah, make me gumbo. So I get all the stuff to make him the gumbo. I make him the fucking gumbo. And then I sell the gumbo at the restaurant. And then I bring the gumbo home for Zach. It sits in the fridge. My mom's like, is your friend going to come and get that? I'm like, yeah. When's he coming to get it? I'm like, Zach, when are you getting the gumbo? Well, I guess like Friday. I'm like, Friday. Okay.
I fell asleep, okay?
And then Friday comes and
Your
she's
mom
like,
set a timer, and if he's not here by Friday at a certain time, she's eating that gumbo.
she's like, is he coming today? I'm like, I don't know.
she was really craving that
But
gumbo.
it was snowing, so nobody can go anywhere. And I'm like, the roads are bad. She's like, well, the roads are not bad. I'm like, yeah, the roads are bad.
Your mom really wanted that gumbo.
And then like,
dude.
no, hold on. Sunday came along and she's like, well, your friend's not here yet. How many days is that going to last? I'm like, 7. Well, it's the 6th day. It's probably going to go bad.
Your mom
Somebody should eat it.
Your mom went to bed and woke up every night just craving that
I
gumbo.
looked at her and I'm like, you want to eat that fucking gumbo? Eat it. I'm just going to make it again because I don't know when I'm going to see him. And that was yesterday.
Sorry, I was in state college.
I could have just brought it today.
We could have all
It
ate that
probably
gumbo.
would have spoiled by now.
It's fine. You should have froze it.
I'll just make it again.
All right.
It's
What's your
easy.
favorite thing to make?
A little bit of everything.
What's your favorite?
Memory? Mandy, I
I
love
don't know, man. I'm a big soup guy, I guess.
Soup.
I like making soup.
All right. Well, we covered it all here. We talked soups. We talked leukemia. We talked orgies.
you. Lots of dicks.
There was a lot of dick questions. There might have been an album in there.
Maybe.
I think there was a band here at some point.
Yes.
They're gonna watch
it-
this. They're not gonna know we're a band.
In retrospect, like, we released a record, we played some shows, and we're writing a record, so, like, you kind of caught us at a boring time to talk about music.
I mean, we talked though.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a boring episode. I think people. are
Oh,
gonna
no,
enjoy it.
no, but I mean, like, music-wise. Like, we're like, you're like, hey, you got songs, we're like, well, we're working on it.
You have a backlog. You have a backlog.
Yeah.
When is? I don't remember when this is going to air. But when's the next time? Oh, yeah, obviously this Saturday. That's what's not going to matter to these people because they're
Yeah.
already gone.
Probably Tour is the most.
That's Tyler's old band, already gone.
It's our old band.
I was in that band for like a minute too.
You were.
Yeah, for like a
And you got kicked out because you wanted to go LARPing.
no, because I didn't know how to play music yet. Rest du son.
Do the thing.
LARPing is great. It's like one of my favorite things I do along with playing
LARPing
music.
has probably helped Zach play music, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
What
It gave him, like, a time to play music,
on the
but not at
scale
a show.
on this now listen, I'm not when I say this I'm not judging you as a fellow nerd, but what do you think's nerdier, LARPing or Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, they're both the same thing. It's fine. I do both.
What do you think is nerdier?
I mean,
What do you think is looked down on or ducked down?
look down upon more. I would say LARPing.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think people understand it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because D&D is like, you sit around the table, you do
Because
D&D.
D&D, you could do it in the privacy of your own home. If like you drive by and see a bunch of like kids in the field fucking swinging cardboard
Oh,
swords
well-
on each other.
Well, we rent an entire camp on a state park. You
Oh,
can't,
shit.
Yeah, you can't stumble into our LARP. You got to show up.
What if some hiker is like, what?
Happens all the time. They're very confused. That's why we stopped having dark elves.
I'm a
'cause
dragon!
People
I'm
thought
a
we were in
dragon!
blackface.
Fire, fire!
Who's in blackface?
We stopped having dark elves because people thought we were in blackface.
Oh.
That's a true story.
I feel like Zach needs to go on with his LARPing buddies.
Can we do a LARPing
Yo,
episode?
you got
Absolutely.
3 other podcasts lined up. Right?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I can bring some LARPers in if you actually wanted to. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I'll do a LARP. I mean, I'm always interested in learning. So we'll do a LARPing episode. What are you bringing? What are you coming back with?
The heat.
Yeah.
You should just bring her on with the Ritchie twins.
Are they real?
Yes.
Are they real people that we can get here?
Yes.
Yes.
oh, yeah.
And you want to have an orgy with them, right?
Yeah.
We could talk
Kelsey
about that.
Kaylee, get it.
All right,
Kelsey,
so
Kaylee,
you're gonna book with the Ritchie twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Kelsey
cool.
Ritchie and Kaylee Ritchie. I'm calling you out.
All right, so it's gonna be a would
Four-way.
that technically be an orgy? Because there's 4 of us,
I don't know.
or is that just a
where
4?
is-
Or is that like just a foursome?
Is
Well,
this an orgy right now?
this is definitely an orgy.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
is it more than 4 is an orgy? Is that fair? There's 3 sums and 4 sums. I never heard of a 5-sum.
The
Google, put it on Pornhub.
no
see if
effects.
5 sums.
Anything more than 4 is an orgy.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Well, no effects said 5 some in that song about Tegan and Sarah.
So maybe 6.
Yeah, but they're...
but I feel like you're just making words.
Yeah. Nothing Fat Mike says counts.
I had a No Effects beer one time. It's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
The hoppy lager.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
How about you?
Who are you coming back with? What episode are we doing again? Are you just gonna come back
I mean, we could just. I'd like to come back for that beers podcast.
and do a beer one?
Yeah, I'll just drink beer with you and talk.
All right. Well, we usually do those on Friday nights, and if I ever have an open seat, I'll hit you up. But it might be like a fucking spur of the moment thing, like, hey, dude, I have a seat.
That would probably work because usually we play them.
Dude, I got invited to 5. Oh, well, not invited. I kind of talked and got ourselves booked into 5 different breweries this year.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
I was just at the Happy Valley Brewing Company this weekend. Their food was excellent.
And we're going to be at Brewfest this year. We're going to have a table set up. We're going to have this table at Brewfest and a tent.
This very table.
Yeah. So we can hang on that. So who you coming back with? Or are you just going to come back solo?
You need to do
Solo.
a deep dive
Yeah.
on Danny. That's
I
what
mean,
needs to happen.
I could really open up to you.
I think you and Max.
Yeah. My fiance. Yeah.
You and your fiance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you
met?
ever open, yeah, I'll be all serious, all kidding aside. I'll bring my fiance. If you ever open a booking, hit me up.
Yeah. Well, you hit me up.
I will hit you up.
Yeah, because I always feel weird approaching other people. But if you're,
that's
if
how
you're-
I am too.
Yeah, so
because I feel okay. Me, yeah, and how, yeah.
and you're gonna come back.
I'm going to come back for something.
We'll get you on for comics or
Do it
music
for the
or
new
something.
for Crustoon season 4 when it
If
comes
that
out.
ever happens.
Well, then we just have to make it.
I need time. I have no time for anything
I
anymore.
understand. We just
Can
have
you
to
take?
do it.
Can you get the cartoon of me you did and blow it up a little bit so I could use it as a profile picture for a while?
I could do something
That'd be
like that.
fucking fantastic.
Do something like that.
You should draw this scene as a Crustoon's.
Oh, you should
Should
do
be
like,
an episode of Crustoons where they go on
Wano?
interviews with everyday people, and
Yes.
Anthony just
Lose-
kicks them out. Get out! Get out of my house!
You said I could have the free beer.
You should do another cartoon and it just be the stories of Condition Oakland.
We had
That'd be good.
a comic that was based kind of on the music scene that was around Condition Oakland for a little while, and that turned into Crustoons because
That's
I
Crew
was
Records.
sick. I was sick of writing comics about people I know. I was like, if I say the wrong thing, I'm going to hurt someone's feelings, so I'm just going to do original characters and do stuff that happens to me in the music scene, and that's what ended up happening.
Well, and everyone and their girlfriend were like, "When are you going to make me in the comic?"
Pretty much.
And it was really annoying.
I didn't request it; just happened. I'm really grateful for it.
Yeah, it's when you're one of the true family, it just happens.
Well, I did invite a lot of people to the wrestling one. I gave it a mass invite. I like to do that sometimes. I think I did it for Condition Oakland too.
Yeah.
Where I'll just randomly just invite 2,000 people to a page, and then my friends are like, "Can you stop fucking doing that?" I'm like, "Unfriend me," because I'm gonna keep doing it.
Hell yeah,
That's what
word.
I do. Support. It doesn't take much to hit a fucking like button.
Well, it's the truth.
It does nothing.
I love that one joke on the WrestleMania comic took 8 months to do, where the editor or whatever, Wrecking Ball Wallace, is like, he's like, all right, that's it. I'm throwing my name in the Royal Rumble, and it's like that was 2 weeks ago, and then he's like, I'm throwing my name into the Money in the Bank match in the middle of August, and then it's like, that's it. I'm throwing my name into the Survivor Series match the day of the Rumble. And they're just like, all right, cool.
You gotta do one where they point at the sign.
I did. It's from a year ago.
Oh, okay.
And he's just like, and they're like, get that out of here. Where did that get here?
All right. Well, that'll wrap it up. Interviews with everyday people. You came close. 242.
Okay.
Up time.
Nice.
We will have you back. I had a good time. You guys are fun.
Thankfully, someone.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. Just you. You're welcome.
Yeah, no.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
See you guys. Here's some more Timmy Mingle for you guys.
And I just wanna get off of the floor. And I just wanna get off of the floor. 'Cause I still can't sleep without medication. And I let my thoughts